Testing, testing. Everything working? What's up? Hello? I love when I go live and actually the viewers drop off. Yeah. They're just here for the intro, dude. They just want the sweet intro. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? It's gonna be quite kind of a slow show tonight because the news is the same fucking shit over and over and over and over again. The Iran war's over. It's over. It's terminated. Oh, no, wait. Actually, it's still on. Oh, no. Now we got a new operation. Oh, Iran's going to nuke us all. We're all going to die. Economy. Fuck the economy. Fuck everything. And then you got Trump today. We'll watch some clips. He had some, like, children into the Oval Office. And, you know, the sort of antics Trump's up to today, they used to be shit I used to kind of be like, this is funny. Trump's a funny guy. But it's just not the same, dude. It's like when you have a girlfriend, you know, that you're really in love with, you know. At the beginning, all of the annoying shit is just cute. It's like, I love it. It's so cute. And then once you get, you know, you fall out of, you know, your feelings start to fade and you get sick of her. It's like all that shit that used to be cute is so fucking annoying, dude. And that's where I'm at with Trump right now. It's not cute anymore. It's annoying, dude. It would be super cute if you were actually fixing the economy and making life better for Americans, but no. You went full neocon and now it's annoying. Everything's annoying. Everything you do, I hate. And it sucks. And I realized earlier today, it's like, I think one of the things that's triggering me the most is it's giving me flashbacks of George W. It's giving me flashbacks of the second Iran war in the early 2000s. And just the complete fucking 1984 speak that they invented a whole new way of everything. It's like Operation Freedom and No Child Left Behind and the Patriot Act. And it's all this bullshit language to cover up like this really ugly, disgusting shit. Like the Patriot Act, dude. Why haven't we gotten rid of that, by the way? Why is that still a thing? What's up, everybody? How's it going? I don't go bottom lip. I'm a top lip guy. My bottom lip is just, it always looks stuffed. That's the way it is. I got one of those bottom lips that just like pops out, you know? But yeah, I'm a top lip, middle top lip guy. Middle top lip guy. That's me. Put a poor person as a president. Seriously, I don't know. A poor person might just take the money and run. You know, that's the problem, Holding Dan Sock. How's everybody doing? And shout out to the chat. Holding Dan Sock, of course. Legend. How you doing, buddy? Captain Sea Munch? Yellow Cake. You're making me hungry, dude. I think you have Trump fatigue. I have war fatigue, bro. I have economy fatigue. I have financial fatigue. I have a lot of fatigues. And we're all going to be very fatigued because everybody's still, it's like people are still in denial in what, they're refusing to acknowledge like what's coming economically and how bad it's going to be. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. The latest midterm cope is that, you know, the SCOTUS just overturned the redistricting. So they can't redistrict based on race. And that's supposed to be a huge win for the GOP. And they're like, oh, the GOP is definitely going to win the midterms now. And I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe you're right. But I don't know if you can overcome those polls, bro. I don't know if you can overcome betraying the coalition, every segment of the coalition, except for the neocons and the grifters. I don't know how you overcome that. And maybe the the SCOTUS decision that's going to change up the redistricting, maybe that will change the game and Democrats are going to get defeated. I don't know, man. I'll wait till we see what happens before I start feeling, I don't know, it just feels like cope to me. I know it's going to make a difference, definitely going to make a difference, but it's just what's going on right now is so unpopular. I don't think it's going to override that. Especially as, I don't know, maybe they can keep the economy from imploding before the midterms, but it's going to be ugly, dude. Anyway, shout out everybody in the chat. Hope everybody's doing good. Zombies, John McCarter, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing good. The denial is where I feel safe. I'm fatigued of fatigue. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. You look like a 50-year-old trying to escape the body of a 25-year-old. Wow. Yeah, it's a very interesting comment there. A 50-year-old trying to escape the body of a 25-year-old. So you're saying I look 50 or I look 25? I can't tell if that's a compliment or not. but I know I look good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, all right, let's get to the stupid Trump clips, man, from today, which were pretty silly, to be honest. He's got some kids in there. Yeah, we'll dive into the Strait of Hormuz later because this thing they were trying to do. What were they calling it? Operation Freedom, where they're trying to get shipping going, but stay close to the coast, away from Iran, and maybe we can get shipping going. Obviously, that failed. They already stopped, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Let's get to the stupid clips of Trump today. Trump asking a kid if he could take him in a fight.
So I don't think we'll have to worry about you.
Yes, sir.
You're going to do good. Are you a strong person?
Yes, sir.
Good. You think you can take me in a fight?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, that would be embarrassing.
We'll start over because we got to get this weird little slap he does on the kid at the beginning.
So I don't think we'll have to worry about you.
That's what you do to a dog, like to test its sturdiness. You're like, real sturdy. I don't know why we do this as humans. I do it every day to my dog. I'm like, yeah, he's still sturdy. A lot of muscle under there. I got a strong dog. He's like doing it to this little kid.
You?
Yes, sir.
You're going to do good. Are you a strong person?
Yes, sir.
Good. You think you can take me in a fight?
Yes, he can, Donald. Yes.
I think you could. Hey, that would be embarrassing. How about you?
It's not done yet. And then he goes to this little girl and destroys her dreams of playing volleyball. She has one dream in life. She wants to play volleyball, and he just destroys it.
How about you? What sport do you play?
I play volleyball, and in the summer I'm trying to get into soccer.
Well, and with your height, do you smash the ball, the volleyball? Do you get up high? Can you jump high?
Not very.
Soccer might be better. I don't want to be. I'm just looking. I think she'd be a great soccer player.
I mean, look, I get he's trying to be funny, but you realize like she's gonna grow, right? She's tiny now. She might grow into a tall fucking volleyball player that can get up there and spike the ball. And there's other positions. Not everybody has to play the net, right? Like if you're not the tall like fucking guy, like the tall one who can like get up there and spike it over the net, you can play like the back line or something or the middle line. But yeah, comedy first. Who cares about this little girl's dreams? It's better that I be funny.
How about you? What sport?
But yeah, there's somebody made an AI clip of this.
Can you jump high?
Not very.
Soccer might be better. I don't want to be. I'm just looking. I think she'd be a great.
I think that's a little racist, right? It's like, oh, actually, you look kind of Latin, so I think you should play soccer. We don't see too many Latin types playing volleyball. It's usually tall, blonde beach babes. You're more of a soccer type. You're more of a soccer type. I don't know. It's kind of racist.
Soccer player. That's good.
Not very.
Can you jump high?
Yeah. I mean, you can have fun with AI. AI is fun. What's this one? Trump to school kids. Iran was 2 weeks away from killing you. He just won't let this one go. Even with the kids there, he's got to sit there and justify the Iran war with, they were going to nuke everybody.
We just broke every record, and now we're going to take a hit because we have to make a journey down to Iran to take the nuclear weapon.
Is this what we need to be talking about with the kids? Is this what we need to be talking about with the kids?
They would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Remember, we sent that beautiful B-2 bomber in, and we blew up their nuclear.
We blew up a bunch of school kids. They're about your age, yeah. But yeah, they're Iranian, so they don't matter.
Nuclear potential. It was obliterated for those that.
I'm sorry. Yes, Roger Furlong. Brazilians play beach volleyball. Whatever. Okay, I don't follow beach volleyball that closely, dude.
And to a point where it would take them weeks to dig down, and we wouldn't let them dig down. We have our eyes on it all the time.
I'm not like you crazy perverts just watching all the fucking beach volleyball. I should probably watch more female beach volleyball, that is. It is kind of fun to watch as a dude, to be honest.
But it was a very important thing. So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon, and maybe we wouldn't all be here right now. I can tell you the Middle East would have been
You'd all be dead. You'd be in a coffin with your mother crying over you. It's like, dude, what are we doing? I guess we're here to talk to these kids about like sports or some shit, and it's like, you'd all be dead. If it wasn't for me, your head would have exploded into a tiny billion pieces. They'd be scraping your brains off of a wall if it wasn't for me. Dude, what are you doing? Settle down.
Israel would have been gone. And they would have trained their sights on Europe first and then us. Because
everyone you know would be dead. Your mother, your father, your grandma would be dead. If it wasn't for me, everyone would die, including your cute little dog that you love so much. Bro, we get it, okay? We get it. You fucked up, and now you're just trying so hard to justify your fucking mistake that's going to destroy the economy.
they're sick people.
The world's economy, by the way.
And we're not going to let lunatics have a nuclear weapon. The power of a nuclear weapon is something I don't even want to talk about. But it's not going to happen. And we have beaten.
Everyone looks so uncomfortable. The kids are like, "What are we talking about?" I didn't sign up for this. Pete Hegseth, he looks like he just woke up from a fucking. He's got a hangover. He's got a definite hangover. RFK Jr. is like completely, just like he's checked out. He's looking at his phone, looking at all the animals he fucking kidnapped over the weekend. Like, yeah, I got this squirrel. He's my friend now. Look at these ravens. I got it. The ravens, they're my friends now. I can't do RFK. Yeah. It's just so fucking dumb, dude. He's got no self-awareness, bro. It's like, it's kids. Terrifying confession. President Trump openly admits he was perfectly willing to crash the stock market by 25%. Yeah, that's what we voted for. It's not so much the stock market I care that much about. It's more about the cost of living. You know, I mean, the stock market is connected in a roundabout way to people having jobs. You know, if the stock market's doing good, in theory, more companies would be hiring, but that's not the case now with AI. So, the stock market goes up and they're just gonna fucking fire more people. And yeah, because it doesn't matter anymore. You got AI. You got AI to replace people that did an okay job with AI that's now doing a terrible job, which a lot of people are suffering on YouTube specifically because of the AI's terrible decision making.
They're learning to buy. They're changing their habits. So when I did
yeah, we're learning not to buy anything and to stay home every day and not to go out to eat. Dude, it's so sad. I went to this local burger shop this weekend. And, you know, it's all right. It's not the greatest burger place, but, you know, it's local. They have like chili cheese fries. I like chili cheese fries, shit like that. So, but it's way too expensive. I got like 2 burgers, 2 shakes, and an order of chili cheese fries, and it was like 40 something bucks. And it's just so fucking expensive. And the guy was like so nice to me because he finally had a customer. Like nobody's eating out, man. Nobody's going out to eat because there's like you have to make decisions. You go, okay, I can't spend money anymore, so I got to cut things out. And what's one of the first things they cut out is you know, going out to eat. And this has been a big problem since 2020, man. Like I don't know if like restaurants have ever fully recovered since 2020 because so many of them I go to are always dead. And then you wonder, like, how are they still open? How are they still open? There's nobody fucking here. And then I just imagine like and a lot of them, they're just owned by like, they're not owned by, because I go to a lot of like local non-corporate places. I like Mexican restaurants and shit like that. And you realize like, oh, the owner is just going into massive debt, hoping things turn around. So you see these owners and it's like, dude, they're probably in so much debt right now. They're like inches away from And it's sad. So this guy came up to me and he was just like telling me how great his was, how much better they are than McDonald's. Everybody says we're so much better than McDonald's. And I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to say like, dude, your prices are too fucking expensive. Like, how about just having like one item every week that's like a super deal where like you lose money, but it's a loss leader that brings people in the door. How about trying something like that? Right? Instead of every fucking burger being 10 fucking bucks, how about you do a little special and then you advertise the fuck out of it. Cheeseburger for $2.50 or something, you know, and then make a good cheeseburger and then people come in the door and now you have more foot traffic and they spend on other shit. But like nobody's doing that. I think McDonald's is finally doing that. I think McDonald's has got the McDouble for like $2.50, but I've never been a fan of the McDouble. I don't know what it is. The double cheeseburger is awesome, but the McDouble, Is it? I think it's just the extra slice, because a double cheeseburger, you get not just 2 slices of meat, you get 2 slices of cheese. Is that the difference? I don't know. But double cheeseburger up here, McDouble. But I might go get a McDouble if they're $2.50, and maybe I'm remembering it wrong. But yeah, so I felt bad for that owner, and but I should have told him that. I should have gave him some good sound advice, which is like just get, people want deals, dude. That's what they want. They don't care that you have these amazing burgers. They care that they're 10 fucking bucks a burger, and they can't come in and feed 2 people without spending 30 bucks. Like, that's what they care about. So just like give them some deals, and you'll end up probably making more, because instead of having an empty fucking store, you'll have more foot traffic. And that's like, I think that's what they call a loss leader, right? Like everybody talks about the rotisserie chickens they sell at, I think, I know H-E-B has, like, almost every grocery store has those little chickens they sell, and they're like super fucking cheap. And they lose money on those, from what I understand. But then the other side of that is actually they don't lose money. It's like the old frozen chickens that they would sell, but they're like right at the expiration date. So then if they cook them, then they get like, to extend the expiration date, and then they can sell them as so I don't know. But you need loss leaders, dude, especially at a time like this. You need to give people deals, dude. You need to be like, hey, Monday through Friday, $2 crazy cheeseburger deal for $2. Come get your $2 cheeseburger, and then they'll buy a drink and a shake. And then next thing you know, you're actually doing numbers because people are showing the fuck up. Why is nobody doing that? I don't know. It's like just a lack of creativity, dude. Or maybe they just can't. There's no way they couldn't afford it, because if you do the math, you'd make more money. So I don't know. But yeah, it's getting bad, dude. And then now it's just going to get worse. Like the cost of food's going to go up even more as the cost of energy goes up, and the fertilizer, we got barely any fertilizer because of this fucking war in Iran. It's going to get ugly, dude. I don't know. But I felt really bad for that guy, because these people put their whole life savings into the fucking, they literally go into personal debt. And if the business doesn't turn around, they're just fucking financially ruined, bro. All because old fucking Trump decided he wanted to go along with the neocon playbook instead of fucking doing what people voted for him to do. So yeah, this is the beautiful Strait of Hormuz. For those of you who are not aware of what's going on out here, here's Iran, UAE, Qatar. So the plan was to get the Strait of Hormuz open again. What I imagine the plan was essentially they were going to line a bunch of destroyers, etc., right across the middle, right? Because like halfway is like Iran, and then the other halfway is like Qatar and UAE. So the idea was to get this shipping lane open in the territorial waters of the UAE and Oman and all that, and then create a line, I guess, of warships to essentially ensure safe passage. And if they were to go on this side between the line of warships and our friendly fucking countries, maybe they could get through. Well, that didn't work. Because they're already shutting that down. Apparently, Iran started shooting off missiles at our ships and shit, and then we like ran out of there real quick. And it's like how come nothing works for these guys, dude? Nothing ever works. It's like we got bad planners or something. But yeah, breaking, the U.S. just announced it will no longer escort any ships through the Strait of Hormuz as Iran continues to launch missiles on several ships. And yet somehow oil futures dropped to under 100 as soon as the news came out. Wow, there's some weird shit going on there, bro. There's some weird shit there. President Trump announced he will be pausing Project Freedom. That's the name of it. It worked real well, man. Worked real well. I think the problem is like, just because you have a bunch of fucking warships in the middle, insurance companies are still not going to insure the ships to go through here, because it's still just too risky. So even if you got the entire United States fucking Navy just lined up right down the middle of the Strait of Hormuz, the insurance companies are like, no, because Iran can still fucking hit our ships. There's still a possibility of Iran hitting our ships. So that didn't work out very well. But let's hear what Drunk Boy has to say.
As a direct gift from the United States to the world, we have established a powerful red, white, and blue dome over the strait. American destroyers are on station, supported by hundreds of fighter jets, helicopters, drones, and surveillance aircraft, providing 24/7 overwatch for peaceful commercial vessels. Except, of course.
This one's real low.
At J-NQ1WH super chatted $1.99. I just got back from HEB. Also, I have a big one.
Well, yeah, you got a Texas big one. That makes it even special. More special, because it's not just a normal big one. It's a made in Texas big one. HEB is the best, man. Thank you for the super chat. By the way, I forgot. I always forget. Links are in in the description if you want to support the show. It's much appreciated. Second channel, Discord as well. Like the stream, hit the thumbs up, help get this out there, because this one's... I feel like I have to talk about Alex Jones every episode. I got to have Alex Jones in the thumbnail and the title. Otherwise, it's like I lose like 80% of the viewership. It's such a hard game these days, boys. Such a hard game. But yeah, also super chats are appreciated. They are open if you want to join the conversation.
Which is why our
Thank you,
ironclad
guys.
blockade remains in full effect as well. In fact, 6 ships tried to run the blockade out of Iranian ports as Project Freedom commenced, and they were all turned around. This is more than strategy, it's also humanitarian. As a direct gift from the United States to the world, we have established a powerful red, white, and blue dome over the strait. American destroyers are on station, supported by hundreds of fighter jets, helicopters, drones, and surveillance aircraft, providing 24/7 over.
Yeah, it's repeating. Sorry, I have a hard time listening to this guy when he talks. I just fucking tune out. I don't know. I don't like Hexet, dude. Yeah, so this is the cope of, now the GOP is going to definitely win the midterms. Nobody is telling you the real story of the SCOTUS voting rights ruling. Yes, the court ruled 6-3. Yes, race-based districting is now unconstitutional. Yes, Louisiana's map got thrown out, but here's the part everyone is missing. Democrats don't have a House majority without those court-ordered maps. A dozen of their current seats sit in districts that only exist because federal courts force states to draw them. Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has at least one Democrat seat in a court-created black majority district. Their House margin is 4 seats. SCOTUS just made 12 of their 213 seats legally redrawable. Republican-led legislators don't need new voters. They need a redistricting committee and a Tuesday afternoon. If race-based districts are unconstitutional, then Louisiana redraws. If Louisiana redraws, then Alabama redraws. If Alabama redraws, then every southern state redraws. If every southern state redraws, I can't fucking talk, bro. The Democratic House majority was a 60-year courtroom artifact, not an election result. That's what nobody is saying out loud. The 2026 midterms were just decided 6-3, 6 months before Election Day. If you're not following me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be enough to overcome how unpopular everything is right now. Trump is very unpopular, as much as people want to deny it. He's pissed off most of his base. And I don't know. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Like, if Trump was doing great things, I would be excited about this. But what are we going to get with a Republican majority? More fucking Iran war? Nothing done about freedom of speech on the internet? Nothing done about the cost of living? Like, what do I have to be excited about a Republican majority? You guys aren't doing shit. You can't even get the SAVE Act passed. You can't even reform election laws. You can't even get rid of the bullshit that happened in 2020 to our elections. So what is there to get excited about? Oh, great, the Republicans are going to win. Great, I guess we could just continue stupid wars for another fucking who knows how long, dude. I don't know. I'm kind of sick of all this bullshit, to be honest. It really is no fun even talking about this shit, because it's like, it's all just fucking depressing bullshit. In my opinion, I mean, maybe I'm wrong and everything's going great. Go listen to, all the fucking MAGA grifters who are just like, everything's 5D chess if that's what you want. Because to me, it just sucks. Everything sucks right now. Yeah, here's more from Candace Owens bringing up Charlie again. This is a crazy text. I've seen something like this before. I think she posted something similar to this, but essentially Charlie predicting that he was going to be murdered Anyway, I'm not sure if I will live to see the end of this revolution. I really wish Charlie Kirk was alive just so I could see how he would handle what's going on now. Would he have become like a cat turd? You know, just whatever Trump does, I'm on board, even if he fucking goes full neocon, which I claim to be against. Or would he have been like a lot of us who were like, okay, I can't go along with this shit. This is stupid as fuck. That would have been an interesting battle to see. He tells Candace, I believe you were the peace God meant me to meet that will finish the fight. God sent you Candace Owens? Really? Well, God's got a sense of humor. Since the beginning of TPUSA, I knew in my gut that I might get wiped out at any time. I cannot explain it, but I dream about it all the time. Like, all the time. Anyway, that's depressing convo for another night. Okay, with the typos. Laughing my ass off, basically. Time. Yeah, we get it, dude. That is so weird. This is Candace. That is so weird. More a fear manifestation than an actualization. Not really afraid of it, but I'm just telling you what I know to be true. You know, maybe he was connected in and he's a fucking a psychopath, a psychic like Alex Jones. Or, you know, maybe he just being in front of crowds all the time, knowing there's death threats and knowing that the left is fucking insane and would probably kill you if they had the opportunity. That might be what's going on here, you know. He realized the danger he was in, and, you know, unconsciously that danger he was in would come out in his dreams. Or, you know, Charlie was the second coming of Jesus Christ, and I don't know. He's the greatest of all time. He knew everything. Even Brett Weinstein is getting sussed out with this Oz the Mentalist who just shows up and has this information that nobody should have. And the conspiracy is that essentially he's working with Israel, and Israel is giving him this intel, and it's basically a way to scare people into like knowing like, hey, Israel knows everything. And even Brett Weinstein started to think this. So you remember Oz the Mentalist was next to Trump when that assassination attempt happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Leroy.45 long super chatted $5. Charlie would be working with Alex at this point. He was way too smart to drink the Kool-Aids.
I hope that's what would have happened, bro, because I would have been so into that. That would have been so fun to see, bro. I would have become a Charlie Kirk fan, because to be honest, I mean, I couldn't escape Charlie Kirk clips, but I just was not paying attention to Charlie Kirk at all until he was assassinated. And then it's like, oh, and then you go back and you watch the clips. You're like, oh, the guy was actually, he knew his shit. He was really intelligent, and we lost a good person. But I didn't follow it, dude. I wasn't like Alex Stein. Alex Stein was a big time fan. But yeah, so yeah, Oz the Mentalist. Thank you for the 5, Leroy. Oz the Mentalist was curiously right next to Trump when the White House Correspondents' Dinner attempted assassination happened. And this is what Brett Weinstein says, because he predicted. We'll watch this clip first. He predicted who the name of Caroline Leavitt's baby, essentially. And by the way, how would you know that? He's not reading people's minds. First of all, you can remove that from the equation. Not reading people's minds. Is he able to just look at people and then like they read their facial expressions? No, he's not doing that. So how is he getting the name? How is he getting the Joe Rogan's debit card PIN number? Well, there's some theories about that. He could have had somebody following Joe until Joe went to a gas station, and then like with like binoculars or whatever, just watch Joe type in the number. That, or Israeli intelligence could have gave it to him. And you think about it, like, how would you get the name? If she hasn't told anybody, she's probably discussing it at home in private with her husband. And somebody's tapping those phone lines, maybe. I don't know. But a lot of people are really suspicious of this guy.
All right, I'm here again with Oz Perlman, and you can now finally tell us what the trick was you were performing on Caroline Leavitt.
Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, challenged me, said, I'm having a baby next week. We were talking about it because we both have children. And she goes, can you guess what I'm naming my daughter? And so this is happening backstage. We were interrupted because the president walked in.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's save it for when we get up on the dais.
Yeah.
And that's when I came over to introduce myself. I was coming to say hello to the president and to the first lady. And I was guessing letter by letter how many letters were in the name. And then right at the moment where you see it happen, I wrote down the name. And I said, how did I do? And I turned around, and that's when you see the first lady go, oh, and she goes, is that the name? And that's the moment where this happened.
All right, and Caroline has
And, you know, that makes me even more suspicious that the moment you did this is when somebody was trying to kill Trump. And it was also kind of around when Trump was talking about, probably behind the scenes talking about, we got to terminate the war. Because that came out shortly after this, right? We're terminating the war because we're at 60 days. Well, that turned out to be bullshit. Maybe Israel's going, oh, Trump's going to end the war. We got to scare him again. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. You know, I'm the conspiracy theorists might think that this was another warning shot of like, you better do what we tell you. Or, hey, we're not done trying to kill you yet if you don't play ball. I don't know, man. Not saying that's the case. Probably not the case. But if you're conspiratorial minded, you might think something like that.
said, giving you permission to tell us what you guessed, which is the name of her baby. That is
That's
due
exactly
very
right.
soon.
That's what's on the paper.
And what's the name?
I believe the name is Vivian. So yeah, that's what I guessed.
I mean,
You mean that's what Israel intelligence Mossad gave you beforehand, right? I mean, that's a conspiracy. I mean, even Brett Weinstein, which by the way, Brett Weinstein is a proud Jewish man, right? So let's not get it twisted here. Okay? This is not Nick Fuentes. This seems like nothing, but it's obviously something. It's possible to deduce things from subtle cues, but it's impossible to do it reliably on cue. Certainly not put PIN numbers or babies' names. It's done with surveillance, and the message is obvious. We know your secrets. I don't know, it's kind of believable to me, man, when it comes out of Brett Weinstein's mouth. Some reason. Yeah, I'm also a proud Jewish man as well, El Jefe. Don't forget that. I converted for the money, because the money is so much better being Jewish. So yeah. Nothing wrong with it. Hey, we all need to make a living. Bro, I don't follow this guy very much, but this is a huge meltdown. This Elijah Schaefer guy. Isn't like he was. I don't know, every time I see something, it's like some unhinged crash out, and this is the most unhinged I've seen him. And is he gay? I'm just wondering. Is he? Because he's got a very gay energy that he gives off. I'm just wondering. Is he come out of the closet as being gay? I don't know much about him. Be honest.
Person crossed me. You cross me, I'm gonna fuck you the fuck up. And I already have a list of people.
I don't believe it. I don't believe for 1 second you're fucking anybody up, dude. You might be fucking somebody, but you're not fucking them up.
And I'm going to go one by one, and I'm gonna fuck your shit up. I'm gonna fuck the living shit out of your fucking stupid ass little lives, okay?
Is he gay, guys, in the chat? Looks really gay. Well, the looks.
At J-NQ1WH super chatted $1.99. I lived in SA for 4 years. Chachos or Las Palapas?
Dude, I'd have to say Chachos because Las Palapas are still everywhere. And I haven't been to Chachos since I was a kid. I'd like to go to Chachos again. But yeah, Las Palapas is good. Las Palapas is good. Depends on the location. Some of the locations are better than others. But yeah, shout out San Antonio. The greatest city in the world.
And not incriminate myself, I'm not going to tell you who's on that list. But over the next several years, it could be 5 years from now, your shit's going to get fucking rocked. Okay?
Yeah, and it's
I'm feeling a Milo energy off of this guy.
Shit's going to get rocked. And like I'm telling you, like one person who crossed me, I got their baby daddy to kick them out of the house and break up with them because they.
That's pretty fucked up. Hey, who's the baby daddy that you were able to? Did you suck his dick? Is that what it was? Did you give him a little blowy? And he realized he was gay, so he's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave her because I'm not into women. What's going on? I mean, that's pretty fucked up. It's hard to believe that this dude could convince a dude to leave a chick. Like, I need to know more about this story.
Crossed me. I will fuck you. I will ruin your life.
Well, I know you're gonna try to fuck me. I mean, that's pretty obvious, dude. I mean, it's pretty obvious you're gonna try to fuck people.
for crossing me. And I'm sorry I didn't get even with people. And you might not know it's me. You might not know it's me. And if I do a good job, you won't know it's me. But your shit's gonna get fucked up. And I'm gonna make sure that it hurts. Okay?
It almost sounds like dirty talk. Almost, if you cross me, I'm gonna come in your ass. I'm gonna shoot a load all in your butthole. Okay, that's pretty gay. I'm not really scared. Well, I am kind of scared, but not for my. I don't know. Maybe that is scarier than somebody attacking you, like Mike Tyson. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't know. If you look like Mike Tyson, I'd be more scared.
I'm gonna make sure that it's painful. Of course, talking about hypothetically of here, of course. We're talking about in the legal bounds. We're talking about legal stuff here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get back at every one of you. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. And you know what? I give the vengeance to him, but I believe in justice.
Yeah. Just 1430 says, no, dude, even Californians aren't zesty like this. This is a new level of zesty, for sure. This is zesty off the chart. Look, again, if he's gay, hey, I'm happy for you. Live your life, live your truth, whatever they say these days. Go for it. But yeah, I don't know.
And I'm not going to get revenge.
He's from a Cali suburb? Okay.
I'm going to get justice. I'm not getting even. I'm going to make.
I'm getting right in your butthole. I'm not getting justice. I'm getting inside your butthole. You're not going to know what hit you.
You feel what you tried to.
Dude's
At
a dork.
Central
I agree.
Washington's super chatted $10. Dude's a dork.
He's got a lot of problems, man. Because I'm trying to remember. I remember when he left the country and then he was like fear for his life, and people were like, he's on drugs. He's fucking completely lost his mind. Like I don't know. But this is kind of maybe he thought this would make him look like a tough guy. It doesn't make you look like a tough guy. It makes you look like a gay guy. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I love the gays.
Make me feel.
Thank you for the 10, brother.
And you're not going to like it. And you're a weaker person than me. You're fucking pieces of shit. You're a bunch of bitches.
You're fucking pieces of shit? I think you're the one fucking pieces of shit. I like how he's got the butthole the whole time. Like, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. This is your little ass, and I'm gonna fuck it.
And you're going to pay the price for what you've done. If you want to do it in court, we can do it in court, and some of you will be in court.
You want to do it in the bedroom? We'll do it in the bedroom.
And some of you will be out of court. And some of you will have no idea why shit's just getting so messed up in your personal life or what's going on. And I just want you to remember.
You're going to wake up with a big load of cum all over your back, and you're not even going to know what's happened.
What you did to me. And I want you to remember that I've never not gotten even with someone in a way that people don't talk to
At
me.
Leroy.45 long super chatted $2. Best chat ever, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
It's official, yes. Best chat ever. Thank you, Leroy.
You know why a lot of people from my past don't talk shit on me? Because their lives are worse off for attacking me. And I think.
So essentially, nobody should ever trust you and become friends with you, because the moment you have a problem with them, you're going to destroy their life. This is networking in this business. You kind of have to do it, but oof, it's a dangerous game. Once you think somebody's your friend and then there's something to gain by spilling your secret, like you treat it like work. You know how they say, like, no matter how much you think somebody is a friend at work, do not confide in them. Do not tell them your problems. Do not complain to them about the like, yeah, like you're friendly, but people are cutthroat, bro. And if they get an opportunity to fucking take you out because it might benefit them, they're gonna do it. And this is some catty fucking office drama bullshit, bro. I don't know. I don't know this guy that well. I think this guy's responsible for destroying Alex Stein's career at the Blaze as well. Because if I remember right, when Alex Stein signed up with the Blaze, he took over Elijah Schaefer's old channel, which was a huge fucking retarded move, okay? It was, because you build a channel like Elijah Schaefer builds like 300,000 subscribers doing his show for the Blaze, and then he leaves, and then you put Alex Stein on there when all the subscribers subscribe for this other show, and now they're just supposed to watch. And so, of course, nobody's going to click on it because they didn't subscribe for that. They subscribed for fucking Elijah Schaffer, for this gay guy. So it just made it like nearly impossible for Alex to really have a big show because he was fighting an uphill battle. Kind of similar to what I'm fighting on this channel by doing different content than what most people subscribe for. Except I can choose to do that because it's my channel. So I think that was a bad decision on the Blaze's part. They should have just let Alex do it on his own channel or started a brand new channel from scratch or something. I think that was a big part of Alex's views never really blowing up because, yeah, it's just the way it works in the analytics. You know, if everybody subscribe for one thing and then all of a sudden it's this other thing, people are going to not click on it. They're going to be like, when did I even subscribe to this? Unsubscribe. And that's going to send negative signals in the algorithm and you're not going to get the reach you would have otherwise. So this guy destroyed Alex Stein's Blaze career as well. So fuck him. Not literally, because he might like that. Just in, McDonald's to eliminate self-serve soda stations nationwide by 2032, citing changing customer habits. I probably have an unpopular take here. I've always hated making my own sodas. I've always thought it was fucking lazy and bullshit. I'm coming to your store to eat and spend money for food. Bitch, you can make my fucking soda. Okay? Is that too much to ask? You want me to make what do you want me to climb back there and make my burger next to? You want me to drop my fries in there as well? Just make my fucking soda for me. But there's also this this is one of the reasons people think this is happening as well right here. When you go to McDonald's and ask for a water cup, I'm guessing it's so annoying when you play a 14-second clip and then there's this music that gets you a copyright claim that plays for 14 seconds. But yeah, this might be what's going on, dude. People are taking advantage. We live in a low trust society. You can't trust someone just to go fill up their drink. They're filling up their drink and their other drink. They're opening their backpack. They got a whole gallon they're filling up with your fucking soda. It's a low trust society, unfortunately. But I don't have a problem with this. Move it into the back. The other claim is that because there's so many like delivery orders like Uber Eats and shit that they have to make the sodas themselves for the to-go orders. And it's just easier to have the soda fountains in the back so they don't got to come to the front to make a soda for an Uber Eats order. But yeah, I have no problem with this, bitch. Make my soda. I'm paying you to make my food, okay? I don't want to make my own soda. You make it for me. Now, I know some people are going to like, yeah, but I like it with less ice and they put too much ice. And sometimes I like to do I don't know if they still call it this, but we still call it a suicide where you mix up the drinks. Like you get a little Dr. Pepper, a little root beer, a little Coca-Cola, and you go crazy. I was never a fan of that. I always liked just one soda, you know? But yeah, what do you guys think? You got a problem with this or what? I want them to make my soda. That's what I want. So I got no problem with this. I don't want to make my own soda. What are you fucking paid for, dude? What am I paying you for? Make my soda, bitch. I'm always polite though, so I would never say that. But in my mind, I'm thinking it. When YouTube fixed copyright, the world will heal. It's such a complicated situation, Sagato. I think what they have now is probably the best situation we're going to get. If it changes, it'll probably just be even worse for us. Because it is, I mean, it's one of the things I kind of understand where YouTube is coming from with the copyright situation because it's a mess, dude. It's a mess. So yeah, no more making your own sodas, guys. People ruined it. Marjorie Taylor Greene is going in hard on Trump. She's definitely reached the level of scorned woman, and I don't think she's going to stop attacking Trump. She's pissed.
So, wow. When we started talking about releasing the Epstein files, I'm like, this is a no-brainer. President Trump will just roll them out on a big cart himself. Stacks and stacks and stacks of the Epstein files, because obviously Bill Clinton is all in there, and Hillary Clinton. That's what I had been told all along, right? Well, it was the most shocking thing when I sat in a conference meeting and I learned that the president didn't want to release the Epstein files. I was like, what? Yeah, come to find out, he was very much against it. So we kept on trying and kept on talking about it. And then the president told Mike Johnson, no, do not bring that resolution to the floor for a vote. He told the Rules Committee, and Johnson told the Rules Committee, no, you will not mark up any bill in the
Bro, why did you make an enemy of her? It's so dumb because she's got shit. She knows shit. She's got all the fucking deets, bro. She's got all the insider info. She knows what went down. And yeah, and she's spilling the beans. You should have just whatever it took to keep her happy. I mean, how hard would it have been, Trump, just to fucking placate her? And you probably, if you were just nice to her and didn't attack her publicly, she probably would still be fucking just like not happy, but going along. Now you got an enemy for life.
Rules Committee that will allow the
And yeah, she does look like she's right out of a trailer park, which nothing against it. I lived in trailer parks when I was a kid. I miss them, to be honest, dude. Like, fuck. There's part of my 20s where I lived in the cheapest fucking trailer ever. And it was a way to survive when you were broke as fuck, dude. Those options don't exist anymore. You used to go and get a fucking trailer for $300 a month, and you'd get a 2-bedroom trailer. And it was like, yeah, so it had everybody looked down on you because you lived in a trailer, but motherfucker, you had a place to live. And some of the communities were pretty fucking cool. A lot of kids there. We'd go play and we'd all play baseball, football, whatever. Like everybody's living next to each other. And at least you had a cheap option. If things went bad, those options are gone now. Now, shit, I remember last time I was like trying to find a cheap fucking, what's the cheapest options I can get to get my rent as low as possible. Trailers are $1,000 a fucking month now. They treat trailer parks like they're fucking luxury living now. It used to be like the last fucking stand of somebody suffering financially. Like, okay, well, at least I can live in a trailer and afford to not be homeless. Nope, not anymore. There are apartments that are cheaper than trailers now. Anyway, so yeah, honestly, we need to bring back cheap trailer parks.
Epstein files to be released, and the resistance built and built and built. He told Pam Bondi, don't release the Epstein files. He told everybody, don't release the Epstein files. So we persisted because that's what we promised. That's what we campaigned on, transparency and accountability, especially to pedophiles. How is that complicated?
Not.
So it got to be such
so it is complicated when the people you're trusting to go after the pedophiles happen to possibly be pedophiles. That's where it gets complicated, Marjorie.
Gigantic amount of resistance coming from the president and the speaker and everyone, the DOJ. I said, fine, I'll do the unthinkable. I'll go over there and I'll sign my name on a discharge petition that all the Democrats are signing their name on. Talk about crossing the aisle. Me, a general in the MAGA army, crossing over to sign my name with a bunch of Democrats. Yeah, I did. Because women were raped when they were 16 and 14 years old. And he was a convicted pedophile, and we knew there were many with him.
Oh, you almost ran. Dude, double wides were the shit, bro. Double wides are pretty fucking. I mean, you get a lot of space in a double wide, bro. Double wide is good living. But there was the worst part about trailer parks was the societal fucking shame of living in a trailer park. It wasn't actually living in a trailer park. It was society's looking down on you because you lived in a trailer park. And it's weird. That's how life is. Like, you pick different times in my life. Like, there are times I lived in a trailer park. There was times I lived in a 2-story nice house. Like, pick the time of my life. You can judge me based off of that. You know, it's like, that's life. Everybody goes through good times. Well, not everybody. Regular people who aren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth have periods of time where maybe their parents lose a job or they're older and they lose a job. And I'm telling you, man, it was a fucking safety net for people that at least the worst case scenario, you could get a cheap fucking trailer. Dude, in the early 2000s, $385 a month is what we paid for a two-bedroom trailer. It wasn't one of the bigger ones. It had 2 bedrooms on opposite sides. The bedrooms were small, but it had a living room, it had a kitchen, it had 1 bathroom, and it was $385 a month. And then when I started making good money, I was living in that trailer, $385 a month, and I started making good money, and it was like, I all of it went into my savings. Every fucking bit of money went into my savings, dude, because it was so cheap. $385 a month. And that's a good thing to do. Like, if you want to put money away, you could go fucking you could even get a smaller trailer than that. You could get one of those little dinky trailers, and it's probably like $250 a month. And then if you're working a job, you're just putting money away. And then within a year or two, you got enough to go buy a house. That was the way you could fucking you can't do that anymore. Everywhere you go, it's like you just get ripped off and you just no way to put money away. It was a better world when we had when we had trailer parks it was just a better world. It was.
So I signed my name on the discharge petition. Oh, did I get my name on the naughty list then? Let me tell you. That became a real issue at the White House. Well, I'll never forget it. I was in my office in the Rayburn building.
No, I did live in a double wide, but it was because I was staying with a friend of mine while my dad was out of town. So I didn't live there, but I stayed there. And yeah, it was big. It's fucking nice. But yeah, we never rented a double wide.
And I got a phone call from the president. And he was at the White House. And he wanted to talk to me about the discharge petition that I'd signed my name on. And he said, Marjorie, you're going to have to take your name off that discharge petition. We can't let, this is a hoax. We can't carry this. This is a hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. And we've got to just put this away and stop doing this. And he said, my friends are going to get hurt.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be friends with fucking terrible pedophiles, all right? Oh, but they're not pedophiles. They were 15 years old. Whatever, dude. Whatever. If you're the guy making that argument about, well, 15 isn't actually pedophilia, fuck you. Get away from me, okay?
He said his friends would get hurt if we released the Epstein files. He said,
yeah, they don't want anyone getting ahead anymore, Frank Zen. They want us all poor and fucking needing the government to save us, bro. $2,100 a month for my apartment. You live in the Northeast, right, MMAKO? Yeah, that's crazy up there. Yeah. You can still, if you move to like, I know San Antonio, I see apartments that are advertising like $700-800 a month. I don't know. That's probably the 1-bedroom apartments or whatever. And it's probably a deal. The next year they'll kick you up 100 or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there are certain places you can still get an okay amount for, a decent. But yeah, I mean, it used to be 400 for those same ones that are like 800-900 now a month. I remember renting an apartment, like a nice 2-bedroom apartment for like $700 a month back in like 2009. So now you get the shitty tiny apartment for like $800 to $900 a month. It's crazy, dude. Crazy the world we're living in. But yeah, I mean, as somebody who's lived a life and have been around for a while, people are too obsessed with how things look rather than getting. One of the best things you can do for your fucking mental health and longevity, livelihood, long term, is to live as cheaply as fucking possible and put money away. You don't got to do it forever, but if you can do it, if you can go live in the fucking hood, right, and get all your bills so fucking low that you can put a bunch of money away every month, that is such a great feeling. And yeah, it sucks. Oh, you live in the ghetto. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Bro, you're stacking cash. And that is such a good feeling. That is financial freedom. When you got 10K in the savings, 20K, 30K, 40K, you could be living in a fucking shack. If you got 40K in your bank account and you got bills paid for years upon years upon years, the level of freedom and just mental fucking, like you just go, oh, it feels so good. And that you can't really do that anymore. Unless you find like some lucky fucking deal where you're living in somebody's like backyard fucking garage or something for like, you're getting a good, like, it's nearly impossible now. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Trump texted me that if my son gets killed, I deserved it because I was a traitor to him. This one's hard to believe that Trump would say something like that. But if this is Trump behind the scenes and Trump might be a nasty motherfucker if he's saying shit like this, because you can't even have any sympathy that her son's getting death threats and that people are threatening to fucking kill her and shit. And your response is, well, if your son gets killed, it's your fault for betraying me. That's
I
wild.
sent him to all these people.
That's wild.
I got no response from Susie Wiles. None. And she's a mother and a grandmother and a woman. I got no response from James Blair because he only cares about making
Yeah, you can have money in the hood if you don't go around waving your fucking money. Lance Lucifer says they don't let you have money in the hood. It's very communal. No, you don't go around waving the. You don't go buy a fucking fancy car, whatever. You keep that money in the bank and you still move like a normal broke person. Okay, and then once you have enough money saved that you go put a down payment, you get the fuck out of there. You go to a nice neighborhood and then you can show off you got some money. But while you're in the hood, no, you do not show off your money. No one should even know you have money when you're in the hood.
Money on campaigns.
But people
I did hear
retarded.
from Cash
They'll go bragging, oh, look, I got 40K. And the next thing you know, someone's breaking into their house. And it's like, dude, don't be a fucking retard.
Patel. He said on it, but I haven't heard from him since. I don't know what he's on. JD Vance was very nice to me, compassionate and kind, and reassured me that he would do everything we could to find out what's going on. And then I heard back from Donald Trump. And I've saved these text messages. I'd probably get put in jail if I released them publicly, but I saved them. Where Donald Trump proceeded to tell me that it was my fault and that I deserve it. If my son gets killed, I deserve it because I was a traitor to him.
Now, look, I'm not going to put it past her to make some shit up like this, but I tend to believe her. And that's insane if that's the way Trump's moving behind the scenes. That's kind of fucked up.
That is our president of the United States. That's the man that says MAGA is whatever he wants it to be.
No, MMAKO, look, you live north of Boston. I get it. Like, that area is super expensive, but then you can make more money there, right? But what you could also do is move to like Dallas, or you could move to Austin or Nashville, move to a city where there's still a lot of demand for the work you do, but yet everything's cheaper. I don't know. Maybe you got family there, but I'd get the fuck out of there, bro. That shit is just, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Like, people that go to fucking San Francisco. San Francisco's always hiring, by the way. Like, my old telecommunications job, I was an integrator. Was the main title I would work under, because I would do integrations, which is like basically bringing sites on the air and connecting them so that they would fucking work and optimizing them, et cetera, cell sites. And they're always looking for people in San Francisco. Why? And it's $40 an hour. $40 an hour, San Francisco. Come work. It's like, dude, yeah, nobody wants to work in San Francisco for $40 an hour. We need like $150 an hour to go work in San Francisco. So a lot of these big cities, like, they always have work, but you think you're gonna like make a good paycheck, and then you get there and you go, oh, after taxes and how much rent is, and it's like I'm actually fucking in poverty. I don't know, man. A lot of good cities. You do some research, find the cities that don't suck, that actually have a better cost of living, but yet plenty of demand, for whatever industry you're in, and move, man. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself is put yourself in the right place where you can prosper. Here's Megyn Kelly. I'm sick of it. I don't care. Tucker Carlson doesn't care. You don't care. Same people don't care. Just get out. Megyn Kelly says the Iran war has been a disaster for Trump, America, and the world. I agree.
And that's been one of the main sticking points in actually having a ceasefire ever since. Israel at every turn turns to warlike behavior, more deaths of civilians. Look at the journalists who are being killed in Lebanon, not to mention the children who are getting bombed. Some of it is on camera. And every time just says, oh, well, we tried not to. Well, I listened to that. I listened to that for a good year, 2 years. And now I see you doing it in location after location. And Lebanon and Beirut is starting to look like Gaza. And you're unapologetic about it. And you won't work with us. And you definitely goaded our president into this, though he has agency and is equally to blame. And now I'm sick of it. And I don't care. And I think Tucker doesn't care. And I think you don't care. And sane people don't care. Call me whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I've been called a bigot by the trans people. I've been called a racist by the BLMers. I've been called now an anti-Semite by you folks.
Yeah, it's the same tactic, isn't it?
I'm a truly disgusting person, or I just have political takes based on reality that are mainstream. This has been a disaster for the Trump administration and for our country and for the world. I mean, the global fuel supply, just take a look at the numbers. You've got American, European airlines, Middle East airlines now completely revamping their forecast for this year. We reported this morning that American Airlines had projected a $4 billion profit expected this year. It's all been wiped out. They said the entire thing has been wiped out by the rising price of jet fuel. Spirit Airlines just went over here in America. They were already struggling for years, but this didn't help. And all of that's going to eventually.
I've never flown Spirit Airlines. I know they're like kind of a meme because they're so cheap and shitty or whatever, but I kind of regret never getting to fly Spirit Airlines. It's going to be a lot of things that are just going to be not financially feasible anymore with the new economy that this war is going to bring us.
Get passed on to the consumer. So, and that's just one example. That's airline fuel. I mean, forget prices at the actual gas pump and the cost of oil in general, which tends to skyrocket energy and other prices. All of that's coming even if we end the war today. So my best advice to the president would be give the Iranians the deal they want. They seem to be willing to deal on the Strait of Hormuz, which of course is an absurd place to be. It was open before this war.
This is my advice to Trump. End the war, however, whatever, fucking end it immediately. And then announce to the American people that you are now going to be 100% focused on getting rid of income tax and making life more affordable for Americans. And that's going to be your 100% focus for the rest of your fucking term. And watch his approval rating go flying to the moon. Also legalize marijuana and call out censorship on the internet. Call out YouTube demonetizing, YouTube being fucking unfair business practices. How about just start speaking for the people again? You're able to speak for the people when you're running for office, but then as soon as you're president, you just forget about all the needs of the people. Very convenient.
You just left them alone, we would never have this problem. But give them a deal to get that thing back open because it does need to open back up. And
bro, I tap Megan. Ethan, look, I know she looks good with all the makeup and like she is still pretty. But you got to realize underneath, dude, it's Skeletor, bro. Like she wore an outfit one time that was like kind of more revealing, and you could see her back shoulder blades from the front. Like to me, that was just like, ugh. That put me off right away. When you can see the back shoulder blades from the front, what's going on there? Are you deformed? Yeah, but she is pretty, and yeah, I'd still hit it. But I got to bring expectations down a little bit because she's really like presenting her best self, full makeup, you know, the hair's all done up, you know. So I just got to bring expectations down a little bit.
Let them give you a fig leaf on nuclear ambitions. Because look, we already devastated their ability to develop a nuclear weapon back in June with the strike on the plants. We know that. We know they were
Yeah, she's got to put, dude, if I was, I'd put weight on her. That's what I would do. She needs to put some weight on because I think that problem of seeing her shoulder blades from the front would go away if she just put some fucking weight on. Put like 10. Women want to be too skinny sometimes. There is like, look, you need to have a little bit of fat. Like you've gone too far. You're just all bones. Put on like 10 pounds and you're probably going to look younger too, by the way.
We're near getting a nuclear bomb from our own intelligence community who told that to President Trump just before we unleashed this war on them. So we don't need much from the Iran.
Maybe she looks better all natural. Maybe Dan and Ann. Maybe you're right.
On that front. They haven't gotten better able to produce a nuke as a result of this war. Just get out. Let them give us some stupid fig leaf that we can declare as somehow a victory. Oh, it's better than Obama's joint, agreement. And reopen the strait, which is the number one thing. You did decimate pieces.
Look, I'll give her this. She's prettier than I am. Okay. So,
pieces of their military. Great. Call it a win. This is a nightmare.
But barely.
Or we don't have to get into the specifics. But get out. Just get out.
She's right, though. For as much shit as I talk, which I can't help myself, we're trying to have fun here. She's absolutely right. Still hard to forgive her for her time at NBC News when she did that hit piece on Alex Jones and shit, but hey, at least she's on the right side of this. Shout out to her and everybody that's against this stupid fucking war. Old Eyebrows here is not doing very well. How do you end up with eyebrows that big? How do you not have a moment in time where it's like, maybe it's time I trim them a little bit. Maybe they're a little out of control. No, you just, how thick and bushy can I get my eyebrows? I'm just going all the way. The Daily Wire fires half of its staff in mass layoffs. Oh, what a surprise. Everybody's talking about how their views are down. Well, yeah, it's because they ran out of money to buy views, dude. Okay? They used to do it on Facebook. Like, they spent more money than they made on Facebook to buy essentially views, right? It's not like they're buying bots or whatever, but they're paying the platform to put them in front of people via ads, you know, on the side or whatever, you know, which you should do if you're starting a brand new channel and you want to do that, go for it. Because when you have 0 followers, you need to reach people somehow. So doing some ads at the beginning of a brand new channel is not the worst strategy. But this is what was propping them up, dude. And eventually you're going to run out of money doing that. And then the platforms are going to be like, why would we give you free views when you're willing to pay us for the views? That's one thing too. It's like once the platforms know, like, oh, if your views go down, then you're going to give us money for more views. Well, there's an incentive there to keep your views down. And you can't trust these people to not do shit like that. They're always trying to find ways to fucking scam you out of more money. But yeah. Half of the staff at Daily Wire are gone. Not looking good. This comes as co-founder Ben Shapiro has lost 85% of his YouTube audience since last year. Yeah. We're running out of money for ads, bro. And that Jeremy Boring guy, like, oh, we're going to make movies, and then they make the shittiest fucking movies. It becomes just like a pet project for Jeremy Boring to make his own movie because he always just really wanted to be a movie guy. I mean, they had an opportunity there to make some good movies, but did they? No. They made shit movies. Were any of them good? The only one I saw was the one with Gina Carano. Because she followed me at the time. She really fucking got me, Gina Carano, on X. Well, it was Twitter at the time. She followed me, and I was like, holy shit, Gina Carano followed me? I was all feeling good about myself. Gina Carano fucking followed me. I used to watch her. She was such a badass, kicking ass on in the UFC. Or that wasn't the UFC. What was Strike Force or whatever? With Kimbo Slice and all that. Wasn't that what she was on, Strike Force? Whatever it was called back then. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go buy her movie and watch it. And then she unfollowed me like a couple days later. So
SAG3 to super chatted
Crazy.
$5. Poor Ben.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for Ben. Ben's going to be fine. Ben's going to be fine. He was so full of himself too. Remember when he would go on Rogan, he'd brag about, oh, my office is so big, you could drive a car through it. Let's play, you know what? For old time's sake, let's play that old Ben Shapiro versus Joe Rogan. Because he was so smug. You were so smug, and like nobody wants to listen to you anymore, Ben. You've lost all credibility. There's not a war you're not for. You're a neocon. You're not America first, and people just don't like neocons, really. That's why you got to pretend to be fucking MAGA America first, because no one's gonna watch a neocon. Let's see, just for old time's sake, let's watch this. It'll take me a second to find it because it's such an old video. I gotta go into my playlist here. In honor of the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro, we'll play this old, fun little cut. 2019, man, long time ago.
We're live, Ben Shapiro.
It's been a while since Ben's been on Joe's show, too. That's interesting.
We're live, Ben Shapiro.
Hey, how's
For
it going,
old time's
dude?
sake.
I mean, you
Very
got
good.
what, 3 employees? I mean,
Yeah.
so in my offices, we have like 80, and I could have cars in my office.
Which I look at, and I didn't really take this out of context. I used it just to make him seem like a fool of himself prick, which he already came across as on the show. And then I just embellished it a bit. But yeah.
We're live, Ben Shapiro.
Hey, how's it going, dude?
I
mean, you
very
got
good.
what, 3 employees? I mean,
Yeah.
so in my offices, we have like 80, and I could have cars in my office. We have people who tell me how to dress. We have people who do my hair. Yeah, I mean, that's the prerogative of being the boss. Dude, I have like millions of people who are members of my audience. I have 5 million Facebook followers. I have 2 million on Twitter. I was a concert level violinist.
Yeah, I think
So fucking stupid. These days, that gets your face stepped on.
yeah. But you know, I think
So what are you talking about? I don't approve of your personal behavior. I disapprove of you as an entire human being.
what do I give a fuck what your opinion is?
That's you being a jackass.
I have to wonder about your intent. I have to wonder about whether you're going into this conversation with good faith.
You know what? I apologize. That was wrong. It's Jordan Peterson's.
The editing is so bad on this, dude. This is 2019. I'd only been editing for like a year and a half at this point.
45 long super chatted $5. I got $100 on Strickland to beat the Goat Banger Saturday.
Yeah, bro. I don't even pay attention to UFC anymore, Leroy. I don't even know what's going on. Strickland's fighting. Well, hopefully he doesn't get himself in trouble. Those press conferences, man. The press conferences are probably more entertaining than the fights at this point. But yeah, when I watched these in 2019, I'd see all the editing mistakes I wouldn't make now, and it's like, ugh, I kind of cringe. But it's still a funny edit. I know a lot of people like this one.
to super chatted $5. The Holy Land doesn't like brokies.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a problem, bro. Yeah, I'm sure he's still got plenty of money, dude. His wife's a doctor, by the way.
I have no relationship and denounce everything that piece of crap stands for.
What in the fuck? Like, that is such a disingenuous thing to do.
I don't give two craps.
Why do you care if two gay guys want to get married?
Well, we don't really like this conversation, so we're just going to kind of shut it down.
What would you do if a young gay guy came to you for advice?
Don't ask the question. Stop asking the question.
If someone said, hey, Ben, I'm an admirer of yours.
I don't care at all.
I love the way you think and follow your philosophies, but I've got a problem.
You know, I used to go to Sunday school, and then I asked too many questions, and they kicked me out.
I'm a young Jewish man, and I'm gay, and I don't know what to do.
You're like, okay, you're an a-hole, so leave me alone.
We can all get along together and disagree with things, just not be fucking hateful towards each other.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Right, don't get into my shit.
Just be a good fucking person.
Like, I'm not bothering you, so why are you bothering me? As long as I'm not bothering you, what difference does it make to you?
We need to be way more reasonable.
Whatever, man.
You're a bigot.
So?
You gotta fucking stay alive. Good fucking luck.
Or threatening violence, which is an actual violation of law.
You're surrounded by people who either have committed crimes or will commit crimes.
I have personal security.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, you know, it makes me want to watch the newer one. See, look, here's what YouTube's been doing to me forever, dude. Right, here's this edit. Can you find any more of my edits? Is there a related more from Pink Trip? Anything? It's not hard to tell when YouTube's fucking you over, okay? Just watch your own videos and see if YouTube does the simple thing of recommending more of your content on the side. Because channels they like, they'll have a related more from Pink Trip. Do I get that? No, I don't get that because they don't want people watching my shit.
-67 super chatted $10. These are high level art.
Thank
They're
you.
perfect.
Thank you, brother. But it honestly makes me want to watch this other one of the newer ones because they got so much better. This one's probably the best Ben Shapiro one. Gotta pull it up. And then you can see the difference. The editing is so much better at this point. In my opinion. Yeah, this is from, what year was this one from? This is from 2022. So this is 3 years later, and my editing got a lot better at this point. This is a much better one, in my opinion.
I like to take people's shit.
That's not normal.
It's kind of fantastic. You're walking down the street, you lock eyes with somebody, you're like, hey, how are you? And then you kill them and take their shit. It's a cool thing.
Like, how are you doing this?
Run up and down Rodeo Drive.
This is horrific.
Like, yeah, it was great.
Jesus Christ, man. You're a horrible person.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. The fact that this is somehow controversial is beyond me. I like having sex with a lot of people.
What is going on?
I'm going to play in the NBA.
There's no fucking way.
It's going to happen.
No fuckface. You're a fucking loser.
That's bullshit. You're really old and pathetic.
I'm 54 years old.
You're really ugly. You're terrible.
How about fuck you? You're a loser.
I've heard, though, that Cenk Uygur can kick your ass. That's what I hear. You are probably going to die.
What the fuck is going on here?
I can no longer guarantee your safety. There are tons of people who you don't know who are around you all the time. The next person who walks down the street could be the person who stabs you in the eye.
What are you doing?
Oh, you know.
Like, is this a plot?
Yeah. It's going to be blood in the streets.
This is a threat?
Yes. Yes. I mean, yes.
We're done, you piece of shit. You fuck.
Good luck with it.
Yeah, they got better, dude, because I learned so many new techniques along the way. The sentence splicing, how to like go over transcripts and find new lines to like make the story more cohesive. Whereas like the first one, it was just like kind of more random and like, But what got so annoying to me was as I got so much better and they got better, YouTube was just fucking completely pushing me out of the fucking algorithm, bro. Like, look at this one, 96,000. Compare it to the other one, which had 50,000 fucking likes, millions of views. And then I get better and then I get less views because the algorithm's just like, no, we just don't like this content. Okay, there's something just not right about this that we just don't like because it's just, I don't know, it's legal and there's no actual legal issues, but we just don't like it.
Super chatted $5. Nice choices of music.
Thank you, Sagato. Thank you, brother. Yeah. So a lot of Ben Shapiro volume boost. Ooh. How many Ben Shapiro edits did I make? Okay, well, you know what? We're doing a Ben Shapiro edit-thon here. Let's do this one too. Let's do this one. I don't even know if I remember what this one was about. In memory of Ben Shapiro.
Hey, Ben, I'm an admirer of yours. I love the way you think.
So what? I don't care at all.
But, you know...
Like, so? So?
Yeah, I think,
I don't give two craps.
What is that?
So fucking stupid.
What in the fuck?
I don't care. It's not effing rocket science.
This is a shtick. This is not you.
You're a bad person. I disapprove of you.
We can all get along together and disagree with things, just not be fucking hateful towards each other.
No, you stupid...
We need to be way more reasonable.
You're an a-hole. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to ruin your career. We're just going to kind of shut it down.
Horseshit.
This edit might be a little anti-Semitic, dude. You know? That wasn't my intention to make it anti-Semitic. But it could come across that way to some people.
You're a gay person.
Everything I do is about destroying people.
You're this, like, weak beta male.
I legitimately ruin other people's lives.
I kill people.
Then we get to kill you. Well,
I eat them.
Right. Welcome to the club. I'm going to take your head and shove it in a meat grinder. It's God inspired and God written.
So
that's it. I mean,
maybe we should slow that down.
Maybe. I mean, you want to do it? Your problem. Like, you want to F up your life?
We're done.
We're a ball of meat that evolved from another ball of meat that evolved eventually, if you go back far enough, from non-balls of meat.
Fucking patently insane.
What you are doing is failing to do a mitzvah, which is a commandment. You're violating a commandment. You obviously think my religion is bullshit.
You could just go and kill yourself.
Disapprove of you as an entire human being.
Don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah. See, this was a 2020. There was a period where I was rushing them out. This one came out all right, but it needed a better ending. And I just had nothing, so I was like, we'll just end it there. So I can put a video out. Yeah, good old Ben Shapiro. I think that's all the Ben Shapiro edits, dude. There might be another one I forgot about. So yeah. Pour one out for the Daily Wire and all the 50% of the staff that got laid off. Poor guys. Major update. We are on the air and bigger than ever. This is Alex Jones. Being accused of stealing. Yeah, I saw that. The Onion is accusing InfoWars of stealing. So when they left the old studios, the Onion is claiming that they took things from the studio that should have belonged to the Onion or whatever. But from my understanding, the Onion didn't take over their studios. They just stopped paying the bills. So no one has bought the rights to all that equipment. They just didn't pay the bills. The whoever was in charge by the courts of paying the bills or whatever stopped paying the bills. So that's why they had to move out. So that, to me, it sounds like they are in the right to take their equipment over to their new location. I don't know. But let's hear from Alex.
So rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. We can show you hundreds of articles. We already showed them. Jones is finally off the air.
I like it. I like his new set. It's simple. It works.
We finally got him off the air. It's the end of Alex Jones. It's crazy, folks. Absolutely nuts. But some people read that in the front of the newspaper, and they go, wow, too bad. Alex is gone. And that's the type of crap they pull. Before I get into all
Did they speed up the intro? That sounded like it was sped up to like 5,000%.
all the massive news, and I'm loaded for bear, and I've got to cover this all today. I'm doing all 4 hours of the transmission ahead of Harrison Smith coming in at 3 p.m. Central today in 4 hours. Or to be technical, 3 hours and 53 minutes from now. But I just want to say this up front. This crew is incredible. The listeners and viewers are absolutely amazing. All of you supporting us, your word of mouth, your prayer, your financial support, thealexjonesport.com. We couldn't do any of this without you. This is a team effort. These victories against the deep state trying to shut us down, everything they've done is your victory. It's our shared victory. And I salute you from the bottom of my heart for keeping us in the fight, reaching exponentially more people. Their shutdown of InfoWars last week has created a massive Streisand effect, the biggest that I've ever experienced. It has absolutely blown up in their faces. They were very smart to just stop paying the bills 3 months ago and tell us to get out of the building at midnight, May 1st. But they jumped the gun 2 weeks before and said the Onion was coming to take it over when they hadn't any contracts or any deals and no court certification. And now they are in deep crap. I'm not going to get into our filing that we filed yesterday in federal court. You can find it if you want, but I'm just...
Here's my prediction. Alex Jones is going to countersue the Onion, and then Alex Jones is going to own the Onion. And then in a year, the Alex Jones show is going to be on the Onion. The Onion's going to be the new Alex Jones network. That's my prediction.
My lawyers have asked me not to get into it yet, but as soon as the Supreme Court rules, it's an emergency motion, they'll rule in the next few days. Wait till you see what they did. They told 7 massive lies, all easily verified with videos, photos, documents, emails, everything. Unbelievable. They ordered us out of the building, then went and filed an emergency motion saying we'd stolen equipment, sabotaged everything, didn't tell them we were leaving, that they didn't turn off Infowars.com when they ordered them to, the service provider. I mean, we have it all. We have it all. It's unbelievable that they are so arrogant, but they had controlled judges in Texas and Connecticut for the show trials, so they keep acting like the other courts are ultra corrupt. And they keep ruling against them, federal and state. But now they have absolutely stuck their pee-pee in a beehive. So all praise goes to God. Thank you for all the prayers out there. But this is insane when you see this. I mean, 7 mega Mac lies. One of these gets you huge sanctions, maybe lose your law license. 7 mega lies. Imagine with zero proof filing that we'd stolen and sabotaged the building and all this ridiculous crap. Imagine saying they didn't order the services turned off when it's all the emails and texts and then doing it. I mean, it's insane. They're like, give the Onion to them, Supreme Court, right now, because Jones is basically blowing up the building. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court's got all the exhibits of them saying, we're shutting him down, we hate him, we don't want money, we want to misrepresent him and make him look bad and destroy, the brand. Meanwhile, he's destroying the brand, help us, we just want to make money. Meanwhile, all the filings, we don't want money, we don't want money, we don't want money. In court documents, I mean, it's just contradiction, lie, 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 lie. We don't just counter their 7 lies in this filing. We counter a bunch of the others, but we got another big, mega juicy filing coming. Okay, my lawyers, let's not talk about it. I'm going to stop. He's already deposed all these people.
He's right, though, because they're not acting like they actually do want money. Because if it was about money, seeking restitution for the victims, they would have left InfoWars in place as is. They would have just essentially taken ownership of InfoWars and then taken whatever they can legally from the earnings that InfoWars makes. That would have been the clear-cut, simple move to like, hey, this is about money. But this is not about money. When you shut down the thing that makes the money, and then you masquerade, you bring a new version of it that doesn't have the things that make it that make money. Like, yeah, there is something weird going on here. But yeah, it's they don't like the First Amendment, and they want to shut us down. Simple as that. And this, I'm not talking about just Tim Heidecker or just the people that sued Alex. Like the left in general. They're going to play dirty against everybody that they consider to be an enemy, and they want to shut us down in whatever way they can.
I'm playing around here. We've been suing the living hell out of them. And it's been your support at thealexjonesport.com that's allowed us to stay on air, build the new network, and go on the offense with these people. So I salute you, thealexjonesport.com, thealexjonesport.com. And there are a lot of items that aren't available at thealexjonesstore.com that are on the sister site, realalexjones.com. And that keeps us all in the air, realalexjones.com. So we'll put those URLs up on screen for you. So
too many URLs to keep track of, Alex.
that's
It's too
one
much.
update. And then
There's realalexjones.com, alexjoneslive.com, alexjonesstore.com. It's too many. It's too many. Can't you just have one? And then all of that is, I think actually the store has to be a different one because that's why, because his father owns the store. That's what's keeping them from taking his store.
without even looking, when I say that, I mean, I was this morning reading comments and seeing links under the 60 Minutes piece saying anybody that complains about FEMA openly saying white people don't get aid under Biden and we only give gays and lesbians help. I mean, they said it officially in documents and in Zooms. And they run, and then now they say, oh, white supremacists are making this up. And I'm going to cover that today. I'm like just reading comments and I'd see 2 comments saying, man, I love Alex Jones. I wish he was still on air. I wish we'd heard what he had to say. So I started commenting, hey, we're at alexjoneslive.com. We're on X at Real Alex Jones. We're on Rumble at AJN Live. At AJN Live on Rumble's the new channel. And so all of you that know we're here, know we're on, we have record audience right now, despite most people believing the lie that I'm off the air.
Bro, people don't leave whatever circle they're in. Like if they're on YouTube, they don't leave YouTube. So for the people that don't leave YouTube, yeah, you don't exist, Alex. And Rumble and X, like you're doing good over there. That's great, but their user base is tiny, man. Even X, like X is like big, right? But yet X is like compared to YouTube, fucking tiny, dude. Like how many users? Let's see, how many monthly users on X? 561 million to 611 million monthly active users on X. Now let's see about YouTube. So roughly 500 million. 2.7 billion on YouTube. That's why YouTube is still where it's at, bro. Everybody is on fucking YouTube. And then the audience is so quick. Like people, every time you complain about YouTube and you're like, oh, YouTube hit me with a strike. Oh, YouTube did this or that. People will just nonstop respond, well, you need to go to Rumble. You need to go to Rumble. You need to, like, okay, I don't need to go to Rumble. The fucking 2.7 billion people on YouTube need to go to fucking Rumble. So that can become, hopefully, you know, as useful as YouTube is. But I don't know about Rumble, bro. They got to get there. They got an algorithm yet? Is it still just a front page fucking platform? Because every time I went there, it was just so fucking useless. Like, okay, what am I posting on Rumble for? And like nobody sees the videos I post. Like I'm not going to Rumble so I can fucking take my entire YouTube audience to Rumble. I want to go to Rumble to reach the people on Rumble. But Rumble wants me to go to Rumble and bring my entire audience with me. And it's like, no. You should have an audience to offer me on Rumble. So yeah, that's why I don't fuck with Rumble. Kick, I don't know. I might try Kick though. I don't know how's Kick. How many monthly users is Kick doing? Kick reported over 100 million total users, April 2026. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. So, let's see what that compares to Rumble. 68 million monthly users. So Kick is doing better than Rumble. So Rumble's doing 68 million monthly users. Kick is doing 100 million. Twitter's doing 500 million. So that's not even a billion between all of them. And then YouTube on its own is 2.7 billion. What about Facebook? Facebook has 3 billion monthly active users. All the boomers are on Facebook. What about Instagram? Sorry, I'm just wondering about all this now. Instagram has 3 billion as well. So really, I mean, Instagram, I mean, people try so hard on Instagram. Like I know my friend Davey, like he lost his account and he started a new account and he's just posting like crazy. I just don't understand. Like, okay, so like because for me, like I want to focus on the platforms I can actually make a living on. How do you make a living on Instagram? They don't pay you for anything. Facebook, I understand Facebook actually does pay. Although as soon as you start making money, they find a way to fucking have a problem and then they demonetize you. which they've done to me 3 different fucking times. I got emails now. They want me to come back to Facebook, and they're like, "Oh, we got a new program and blah 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 blah." And it's like, oh, kind of missed the boat because when I was making all those videos that Facebook liked a lot, you guys kept demonetizing me. Sure, would have been nice if you would have let me monetize then. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just fucking. But yeah. So that's the real issue, dude. We need the users to get off Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah. And they got to move to Rumble. They got to move to Kick. Because you can say, oh, you as a creator should move. Then you move and you get no views. And it's like, okay, well, this doesn't work because the people aren't moving as well. So it's a little more complicated than just go to Rumble. Just go to Rumble, dude. Just go to Rumble. So remember last episode I played, so I got a comment from somebody who was like, I watch this show every day. Or something like that. Like I'm a regular viewer of your show, but if you play one more clip of Tim Heidecker, I'm unsubscribing. Bro, we're gonna watch the clips, okay? We're gonna cover this Onion shit, and that means sometimes we might watch a clip from the Onion as well, okay? I don't like when people do that shit. If you do this, I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do, so I guess you're gonna unsubscribe then. But yeah, so we played a clip of the Onion. Tim Heidecker was calling out Harrison Smith, but he wouldn't say his name. He said Harrison Ford. And Harrison Smith responds.
You come to me, you sit at my feet, you kiss.
Let's move it ahead because we end up watching things twice because they put the preview at the beginning.
I'm not sure. I don't see it here, guys. Do we have the Onion video? Because I do want to.
Did his glasses get bigger? Because that was one of the things Tim Heidecker was talking shit about his glasses. Did he go and get an even bigger pair of glasses?
Address. They mentioned me, but they refused to say my name because of course.
Dude, honestly, he wears the same glasses my dad wore forever. My dad wore those same like big rimmed fucking glasses. It's a throwback.
And I thought I would address old Tim Heidecker because as despicable and evil as the man is, he wants me to work for him. It's very strange. So I'd like to officially and formally reject that offer. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Guys, we can pull in the Onion video and start at around 14 minutes and 15 seconds. Then we will, I'll pause it and respond to old Tim Heidecker. And
it's not just me, right? Danny's saying it too. Yes, the glasses are bigger. Bigger glasses, Sar. His glasses grew 2 sizes that day. They do look bigger. I mean, that would be funny as like a response. He actually gets even bigger glasses. It looks good on him though. I'm not gonna, it fits his face.
I don't know if they're going to do another episode of this. I don't know. My guess is that we might never see another episode of this because of how badly this one was received and how badly it did and how unfunny it was.
All true.
And how hard it seemed to be for Tim Heidecker to fill 30 minutes with entertaining material.
18 minutes.
I know. You're not Harrison Smith. You're not Alex Jones. You can't do it 3 or 4 hours a
You're
day
not Pink
every
Trip,
day.
Bro.
You can hardly do it for 2 minutes. I mean, I tried to watch it. I made it about 2 minutes in, and then I just skipped forward until I saw my picture and was like, oh, me. And then I went back and watched this part. So I don't actually know how most of it was, but the first 3 minutes was just, they forgot to write jokes. Somebody online was like, you spent $1 million on licensing this, which they did and it never went through. But you spent $1 million on lawyers. You hired Tim Heidecker, who's like this, B-list celebrity. But you forgot to write jokes.
Yeah.
You forgot to make it funny. You forgot to say anything interesting. Or
I think they thought like, oh, we got Tim Heidecker. That's it. He's going to be funny. We trust him. He'll figure it out. And then he just showed up and did the worst Alex Jones. He's just stealing your money at this point. He's not even trying, dude. He's not even
compelling
trying.
Or clever whatsoever. Sort of your point, right? I've explained this before. It'd be like you tune into InfoWars and we never talk about geopolitics. It's like, who would listen to us then? That's the point.
I would. You could not talk about, as long as Alex is fucking being crazy, I'm in, dude. I don't care what you talk about. Just have Alex rant like a crazy man and we're all there.
Of us existing is
Alex should do one show a week that's just comedy. He should just do a comedy show where it's all bits, it's all sketches. It's just him fucking doing characters, doing voices. It would probably be the biggest show. It'd probably be bigger than normal InfoWars if he leaned into the comedy of it.
To inform people. So we need to be informative. We need to be educational. We need to have analysis about world events. Otherwise, what are you coming here for? Tim Heidecker is a comedian, and there's no jokes and nothing is funny. So what is the point of any of this? It's crazy. It's also crazy, and I talked about this yesterday. The Rolling Stones writes the article saying, despite Alex Jones's emergency motion, satirical site The Onion turns over control of InfoWars to comedian and new creative director. What? When they say despite Alex Jones's emergency motion, that means despite that motion going through and the court agreeing to the motion and stopping the purchase of InfoWars by The Onion, as far as I understand. And all of this is just my, personal view on all of this. I have absolutely no legal expertise or ability to even understand most of this stuff, but I can respond to Rolling Stone article headlines that are, it's like hard to even explain. It's like the lie is just embedded. It's not even a lie itself. It's just like embedded within the rest of the statement, where it's like, oh, the satirical side of The Onion turned over InfoWars to Tim Heidecker. And it's like, but they never owned it. What are you talking about? They didn't turn anything over to anybody because they never had it in the first place. Let's go to Tim Heidecker offering me a job. Thanks, Tim. Let's watch.
I have one message now, for a specific message for Harrison, Harrison Ford.
All right, so we're going to have to play another clip of Tim Heidecker. Please don't unsubscribe because of a clip of Tim Heidecker. People the InfoWars fans are like super triggered. They're like, don't even play a clip. You're giving them publicity. Yeah, they're going to blow up because of me, dude.
Ford.
Because my 150 viewers, that's it. It's going to go to the stratosphere now.
One of Alex's little toadies. Now,
toadies.
Harrison Ford, I understand that you've been on the air coming at me, going at me, saying slanderous things on Twitter and on your program. And I just want to offer this because we are war fighters.
Now, hold on. Let's pause it real quick. I have not said anything defamatory about Tim Heidecker whatsoever. I've said he's not funny. I've said he's a weirdo. I mean, I've insulted him quite a bit, but those are all things that are true and also my opinion. And my name's Harrison Smith. I know you're like afraid to say it for some reason. I don't know why. Say my name, Tim. You have to say my name. You have to say Harrison Smith so people can come find me and learn what it's like to be an actual funny person who actually understands this stuff. Why don't you want them to find me, Tim? Why are you hiding me from them? I want your fans. Give them to me. But you're going to distract by using a famous actor's name. It's Harrison Smith. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
He's right. He did that just to not give him publicity.
He's very mad.
Because then people will get mad. They'll be like, oh, you're advertising an evil right-wing racist white supremacist. Why would you say his name? Now he's going to get more viewers. Dude, it must suck to be on the left because you got to walk on eggshells. Even when you're trying to do the right thing that the left likes, like you still do it like a little bit wrong and they're all pissed off.
That I've insulted him. I'm not sorry about that. But he's a war fighter, apparently. Again, what is that? Like, what is he going for is what I'm trying to figure out. He's doing like an Alex Jones impression, but he's not actually pretending to be Alex Jones. He calls himself Tim Heidecker.
Yeah, I said the same thing. It makes no sense.
What is he going for? What's even supposed to be funny about this, I guess, is my question. Let's go back to old.
I still stand by it. I think it would have been way better if they would have done some auditions and found like a really good Alex Jones impersonator and just let Tim Heidecker just be behind the scenes, whatever the fuck, I don't know. But yeah, it just didn't work. It's like you're doing an Alex Jones impersonation, but you're not Alex Jones, you're Tim Heidecker. And then your Alex Jones impersonation sucks. It's not even good. It's just a completely dropped the ball on this.
Tim, the has been, the never was, calling me Harrison Ford because he's afraid to say my real name. Let's watch.
I am also a man of peace and a man of forgiveness. And let me offer you this. the Alex Jones train has left the station.
The impression is so bad, bro. That's the only thing funny about this is how bad the impression is.
Folks, the Alex Jones train, if you're still on that train, well, you're on a road to nowhere, okay?
Trains aren't on roads, Tim.
This Harrison Ford kid is a young kid.
No, I'm not.
He's afforded the opportunity to make some mistakes in life, and he has made a big one.
Let's pause it. I guess compared to Tim, I'm a young man.
God, it's so nice to be able to pause things yourself and not have to wait for somebody to pause it and have that dead air. Why don't they give you a button so you can pause it yourself? How hard is that, Harrison? Just to give you a little, I don't know, where you can just pause the clips yourself. See, look, when I want to pause.
36-year-old
Pause.
Old father.
Pause. It's nice. It feels good. I don't got to wait for anybody.
Of 3. Tim, I'm a young man. I'm a 36-year-old father of 3. This youthful glow that I have, that's because of the supplements we sell at thealexjonesstore.com. Okay. This wasn't the first episode, just a nice little preview, more to come. Oh, great. No, it was bad on purpose, guys. No, trust me. No, this wasn't the real show. You thought this was the real show because we said it was? No, the real show is going to be good. The real show is going to actually be good, guys. Trust me.
Is that what they're saying now? That this was just a kind of a one-off, we just fucking around, it's not even the real show yet? I think they're embarrassed because, I mean, I could see even people on the left who are like, I fucking hate Alex Jones and I'm happy to see this happen to InfoWars, but this show sucks. So even the lefties who are just so badly wanting this to be a success and to be something they can, rub in the fucking eyes of the InfoWars fans, even they are admitting this didn't work. This sucks. That's how bad it is.
This is just a little thing. We didn't even think it was going to be good. We did it as a joke, actually. Gotcha. You all thought this was the real show, you idiots. Yeah, nobody believes you. This was your show. It was terrible. It was, technically just awful. Like, it really makes you appreciate Alex Jones, doesn't it? It really makes you appreciate the showmanship, the quality of the studios that we have, the effort that we put behind it, the fact that we can actually...
Yeah, and you guys are doing it live. I'm doing it live. That was actually pre-recorded to where they could have fucking made it so good. Because, I mean, there's less excuses when you're pre-recording something. You can edit it, and you can go, you know what? We need to redo this segment. We need to think of a new angle. We need some more jokes. This ain't working. No, they pre-recorded it. It was complete dog shit, and they still put it out. To me, that's one of the parts that just clearly Tim does not care about the work he's putting out. Because if he cared, he would have gone, yeah, we got to redo this. We got to rethink this. This is not working. We need a new angle. But no, he don't give a shit. He's getting paid. Just put it out there.
Carry on a thought that people want to hear for more than a couple seconds. But, okay, sorry. He's calling me a young man because of my youthful energy, because of my vivacious attitude, I guess you might say. But no, I'm not very young, actually. I'm 36 years old. I'm the father of 3. I've been working here for 9 years, and it's been fun as hell. What's it? Tim Onion, Ben Collins says, last night was fun as hell, and hoo boy, we have much more planned for the official takeover. Glad everyone liked the emergency broadcast.
Who's everyone, dude? Is that your neighbor? Everyone? Like, because everyone I saw fucking hated it, even the left. Even the left fucking hated it, bro.
Well, nobody liked the emergency broadcast. Not even your fans liked it.
Yeah.
Every single comment under the YouTube channel were like, wow, I bet this hurts your voice, Tim. And, if you're going to make a biting political satire, what you don't want is people being distracted by the sort of overwhelming effort that you have to put into the impression. So, and again, I'm just, I'm going to have to wait. Hopefully I won't have to wait long, but I'm going to wait until the Onion gives up and fails and admits defeat. And then and only then will I reveal here on air the secret to parodying Alex Jones, because I know it. I could do it if I wanted, and nobody else understands how to parody Alex Jones. I do, and I'm not going to tell them how, because they would steal it from me, and they would try to...
I'm interested now. I want to see Harrison Smith do an episode where he basically does what the Onion does and he parodies Alex Jones. I want to see that now. Yeah, I wanted to see a little bit of what Harrison Smith had to say. But yeah, I think W for Harrison Smith. Now, this is something I saw pop on my feed the other day, and I don't know why this made me so happy. Something about Joey Diaz playing GTA 5. It just, I so badly wanted to get, it's like, reminds me of like your older uncle or maybe an older parent. You finally get them to try the game out, and like, it's so much fun, but they have no idea how to do like anything. They're just like so fucking lost on the controller. But I think I would watch this. I was tempted to go find this on Twitch. Like, I want to watch the Joey Diaz playthrough. I did find another clip though, and it was just him like stuck on like trying to do something over and over and like not knowing how to do it. I'd be like, oh yeah, this would actually be kind of hard to watch. But I don't know. Something about this is just charming.
Why is this guy? Oh, this guy's running in the street. I gotta clip him out of respect. You gotta clip him out of respect. You know what I'm saying?
The joy.
You want to walk on the fucking highway. I have to go in. You fuck me up. Now I gotta hit this car. This poor bastard.
The joy of gaming. That's something like, look, if you've never got into gaming, you're in your 40s or 50s, you've never played GTA 5, you've never, like, bro, you realize how much fun you're gonna fucking have. It's gonna be like the first time I played these kind of games, like, you never get that feeling again. And I'm almost jealous in a way of people who have not experienced this level of gaming and how fun it is. And it's just the joy coming off of him. He's just radiating joy. I don't know. It's heartwarming.
Guys, this is the best fucking thing you'll see tonight. There ain't nothing. You go to Netflix, there ain't no Cubans playing GTA. You go for all of them. Fuck them. Palabinga. Look at the pipe, everything. Yeah, he's pulled out his phone. For what?
Yeah, it's like, what's the first thing you're gonna do in GTA? Oh, let's just run over people on the street. That's the proper GTA experience. Oh man, honestly, I do want to go find more of this and watch it because I do love Joey Diaz, bro. The Met Gala, some of this the footage coming out of here, it's like, do people really care about this? And by the way, Sam Smith, do you really think you look good here, buddy? This is comedy to me. I guess this is high fashion. I look at this and I go, what the fuck are these people thinking, bro? Like, he can't even walk because this thing's so elaborate. Yeah, he can't walk without people because it's just. Bro, what is going on with fashion these days? This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then you got Cardi B. I don't know what the fuck this is, but this is, again, disgusting. And her ass is out of control, dude. It's too much ass, bro. It looks like somebody got on Photoshop and just like enlarged your ass. Like, it looks so fake and unnatural. It's like, if I saw a woman like this like 20 years ago or 30 years ago when I was a kid, I'd be like, oh, you must have some sort of ass tumor. You must have some sort of large growth on your ass that makes your ass ridiculously big. And I feel for you. You're probably going through chemo and shit. Like, what the fuck, bro? What is this? Like, is it supposed to look like her intestines or some shit? She's dragging around her intestines? Look at this angle. It's just like, this is so fake, bro. How much shit have you pumped into your ass? And people look at this and they're like, oh, that's so sexy. How? She looks deformed, bro. She's got a deformed ass.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Ugh, there's certain angles you see it and it's like certain angles you see it and it's just like, oh. Somebody said like diaper. It looks like they're wearing a diaper. That's what it looks like. I like women that look like they're wearing a diaper. That's what turns me on. I like to smell the shit.
I want them double.
Yeah, I've heard they smell too because it's like they starts to rot. Right? I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's what you got to do to stand out so you have a career. So yeah, somebody popped this video. I don't know. Should we watch this? Let's go. I think we got some. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I don't want to watch Rubio. Let's see. New York Times got. Oh, this one's kind of fun. We'll watch this one. The Young Turks kind of fucking. Cenk is like out of control, bro. Cenk is fucking just out of control. But it's fun to watch.
I'm a former Israel-Palestine.
And it's crazy how this is where we're at now, where the Young Turks are defending Tucker Carlson. Where you have like. It's kind of heartwarming, you know. The Young Turks, I don't really trust them, but hey, they're against the war, and now they're fucking defending the people on the right who are also against the war. It's kind of nice to see.
Correspondent, you were pressing him on if the modern state of Israel as a homeland for the Jewish people today has legal or biblical legitimacy. You were sort of questioning.
Okay, well, Danny says, to be fair, the Met Gala is not about fashion, but more about getting in ridiculous costumes. It is like Halloween for celebs. It is not supposed to be fashionable. Okay, well, I'll take your word for it, Danny, because you're a chick, and I'm not. I don't know shit about the Met Gala, except I see ridiculous photos of people every year dressed like retards. But I get it. It's all a good time, right? They want to have fun before they go and eat babies and shit, right? I understand that.
Him on this idea. Why, though, were you so interested in those questions? There is an enormous sensitivity around Israel being the homeland of the Jewish people and the attempt to delegitimize that.
I have enormous sensitivity about the United States being the homeland of my people and the burial place of my ancestors. Asking questions is not hate. Telling the truth is not hate. And they don't want to answer the questions and they don't want to tell the truth.
Can asking questions, though, stir up hate? I mean, language is powerful.
Just to give you a sense of how deep the hellscape.
Don't ask questions, guys. Don't ask questions. That's weird. So you're on the side of don't asking questions is bad because what? Clearly, we're talking about Israel. Israel, I mean, they do the same thing that the left does to the right, where it's like anytime you criticize the left and you have a good point, they immediately just call you a racist. Well, this anti-Semitic white supremacist thinks so-and-so, and then everybody discredits you because you're an anti-Semitic white supremacist. And the Israel types are doing the same fucking thing. Anybody critical of the war? Oh, well, you're just an anti-Semite. You're putting Jews in danger. It's like, no, actually, the war is putting people in danger, and that's what I'm against. I'm not against Jews. I'm against Israel's policy of warmongering. But it's always just, oh, you're just a Jew hater. That's what it is. That's what it is.
We live in truly is. That was a New York Times reporter, Lulu Garcia Navarro, who was New York Times' Israel-Palestine correspondent, making the case that asking questions about Israel's intent is wrong because it might inspire hate. You're a journalist? You're a journalist. Cenk, she's a journalist?
Yeah, no, I don't think so, especially after watching that. So I had the misfortune of watching the whole 2-hour thing. We're gonna give you important clips from it. And what is important is what she asked and what she didn't ask. So after you see the clips, what I want to talk to you about is what was her mission in that interview? Because that's really the most important thing. And it tells you more about mainstream media and the New York Times than it does about Tucker Carlson.
So for me, at least, it really did seem like Lulu Garcia Navarro's point or objective throughout this conversation with Tucker Carlson was to excoriate him for daring to ask a line of questioning in regard to Israel that Israel doesn't like. And what Israel likes to do, and what defenders of Israel like to do, is they like to weaponize identity in order to shut people up. As Israel is carrying out war crimes, atrocities, genocide, you get the picture. And so those days are over. People want to actually ask appropriate questions that will inform the American people about what Israel's really up to. So who cares about your sensitivities, Anna? What matters here is whether or not you're asking questions that actually enlighten the general public through the work you're doing. Now, she has no interest, I'm sorry, whatever her name is.
Garcia Navarro.
She might be more considerate of these sensitivities, but if you're a journalist, I think getting to the bottom of the truth is more important. And that's partly the case that Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, but what if the truth is dangerous and it gets people, what if the truth creates hate? But sometimes the truth makes people hate.
Tried to make in response. So before we get to any of what Tucker had to say, I do think it's important for you guys to really fully understand how she operates when it comes to the topic of Israel specifically, and only Israel. Let's watch.
The reason I want to press on this a little bit more is that you know that there is an entire anti-Semitic worldview that has been based on the protocols of the elders of Zion, you know, that there is like this cabal of powerful Jews that controls the world. And, you know, that book was written in the early 20th century, but it, you know, helped the Nazis and it.
Are you ever going to be able to criticize Israel without this being the response? Every time it's like, Israel's wars are out of control. They're bad for the world. They're bad for. But do you understand the history of anti-Semitism? It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with a country having terrible policies and being warmongers? Oh, but you got to understand it's like, dude, stop. We're talking about war here, dude.
Really has informed a lot of the views of many people today that there is, you know, this very powerful sect of Jewish people who.
Oh, she's got Harrison Smith glasses, bro.
Who want global war and global conflict.
She's still in your look, Harrison.
And I think that there is a concern that I have, and a real concern. I don't mean this as something that people say to slander anyone, but just a real concern that the rhetoric where everything is blamed on Israel, where Israel has these supernatural powers almost to influence the president, to influence the.
Well, they're not supernatural powers, retard. No one's saying they have supernatural powers. We're saying that their lobbyists are very powerful. And our government seems to always do whatever Israel fucking wants. Okay? And that seems to be the reality. Have you seen the Iran war? Have you seen Trump completely fucking cuck his original agenda in order to fucking fight some war for Israel? It's not supernatural powers. It's probably just good old-fashioned statecraft that they're like really good at.
Previous President George W. Bush to enter into the Iraq War, to be involved in assassinations, etc. That it has echoes of that.
Lulu, you're not a journalist. You're not a journalist.
Get her, Anna.
Because the fact of the matter is, regardless of whatever book you're referencing right now, there's a small group of Zionist billionaires. Okay, we're talking about Larry Ellison and his son, David Ellison, the Murdochs. What else? Miriam Adelson. And before her husband passed away, her husband was a giant donor to Donald Trump, specifically for what? To carry out the best interests of Israel, even at the detriment of the American people. In fact, he gave a speech once, standing right beside his wife, arguing about how it brought him shame that he wore a US military uniform as opposed to an IDF uniform. Okay, that's who they are. And do they have control over our political system? Of course they do. They're billionaires, and bribery is baked into our political system for a reason. I'm beginning to really learn. And so like, oh, you can't ask these questions because reality is a big conspiracy theory, because reality, Israel has determined, is a trope.
Yeah, so look, there's two things about that are so important. Number one, none of her questions were about why are you so opposed to the war? What do you think is going to go wrong with the war? Why were you so animated by the genocide, etc.? Got nothing, 2 hours and nothing about policy or substance. Almost every question was framed as, why did you talk to Nick Fuentes? Why aren't you concerned about the feelings of Israelis? Why did you do this? Why did you do? It was all one giant gotcha, right? And it was all structured not around policy, but around, have you offended the sensitivity?
I don't think this war is going to be helpful for America. But what about anti-Semitism? I'm talking about this war is going to cause hardship for the world and America. But don't you know that there's anti-Semitism? That's the whole. That's everything in a nutshell, right there.
Of some of the most powerful people in this country. Why is the New York Times in the business of protecting the sensitivities of the most powerful people in this country and doesn't care about policy or substance at all? And so look at the framing. No questions, passionate or otherwise, about 22,800 kids dead in Gaza, the current invasion of Lebanon by Israel, etc. But over and over, she comes back to the enormous sensitivity. That's a direct quote. You saw it with your own eyes. The enormous sensitivity of Israel's supporters here. So wait, Lulu, what's more important? 23,000 dead kids or the people who are offended that you pointed out 23,000 dead kids? And for Lulu and everyone at the New York Times, that's not close. They don't care about the kids at all. They don't have one scintilla of concern about the kids. What they have is, oh, the enormous sensitivity of the genocide supporters. You are offending the genocide supporters.
Good.
Okay, this is and she said, this is a big concern. Picture this. It's
funny because I remember when Alex Jones and the Young Turks were fighting, that was the thing the Young Turks kept bringing up all the time, was that everything was a dog, with everything from Alex Jones was a dog. Because they covered when he was fighting with Brian Stelter, because Brian Stelter wanted to get Alex Jones censored off of everything, him and that Indian guy, I forget the other guy's name. And the whole response from Cenk was like, oh, this is all anti-Semitic dog whistling. All of his complaints about Brian Stelter sounds like he's actually just talking about the Jews. So, I mean, you're guilty of this shit too, Cenk.
midnight, you're lying in bed, scrolling through Shop TYT, of course.
No,
the room,
I don't.
None
of us are scrolling through that while we're laying in bed. All right, let's move on.
Oh, you're bothering me with your genocide. And oh, so what? Yeah, Russia is terrible for invading Ukraine and taking their land. Israel's taking 63% of Gaza. How often has Lululemon gone nuts about that or passionate about that?
Who cares?
Or be concerned about those sensitivities? And they're in southern Lebanon and they're saying they're gonna take all of southern Lebanon, but those are not any sensitivities to anyone who works at the New York Times, because the New York Times is trash Israeli propaganda. And so one day they're gonna make the mistake of asking me for an interview like this. Tucker was way too nice and kind.
Ooh, yeah, you're gonna fuck around and find out with old Cenk Turger. Cenk Turger. Cenk Uygur,
on the other hand, will destroy them. And the reason for that is because I am right and we are right, and the New York Times is propaganda trash, and I will prove it to them. Make the mistake of asking me, okay? And of course, they're not gonna make that mistake because of the enormous sensitivities of the beloved Israeli supporters and how the entire news structure has to be around protecting their feelings. And one more thing before we go to more clips. The Germans' original names were the barbarians. Who gave them the name of the barbarians? The Romans did, because the Germans kept invading the Roman Empire. They were the terrorists at the time, right? If during the Holocaust, the New York Times and all of American media was concerned about the feelings of the Germans, the enormous sensitivity, it's a trope to call us barbarians, the Germans would say. It's a trope, it's a trope. You shouldn't care about the Holocaust. You should care about German feelings. Well, that would have been.
So in 2018, Cenk made his whole fight against Alex Jones about Alex Jones being an anti-Semite and hating the Jews, and how everything Alex Jones talked about was just an anti-Semitic trope or a dog whistle or whatever. And now here he is in 2026 comparing Israel to Nazi Germany. What a timeline we're on, bro. What a timeline.
The most outrageous thing you had ever heard. But here, the New York Times is saying to Tucker Carlson, how dare you care about American interests and American dead in this war and the Palestinians and the Lebanese that are dead. You only have to care about Israeli feelings. You sicken me, New York Times. You don't do any reporting. All you do is trash, total propaganda for a foreign government. Go ahead, Anna.
I just want to say, Lulu.
Look, I got to give him credit. At least now he's taking the energy he used to attack Alex Jones to attack the New York Times. So at least you got the right target now, bro.
Just because you want to be a crappy reporter doesn't mean that others in the field also want to be crappy reporters.
Yeah, but they all are. They all are.
A lot of them
Show
are.
me one.
A lot of them are. But real journalists don't care about the sensitivities of genociders. Okay, they want to ask questions. They want to get to.
I forget. Danny's from Germany. Danny says, "I don't want to be called a barbarian." True, Danny, you are not a barbarian. Okay.
Bottom of the truth, and that's what Tucker
We love
Carlson
our
apparently
Germans
wants to
here.
do, and he wanted to
Guten Tag.
explain himself as she was asking.
What does Guten Tag mean? I don't even remember.
These questions with the framing she was asking them in. Now, one of Tucker Carlson's most controversial in the eyes of Lulu interviews was the one that he carried out with the US ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. So in that interview, Huckabee, a fanatical Christian Zionist, said that it would be totally fine if Israel carried out the Greater Israel Project, which of course means that Israel would take all of Palestine, all of Lebanon, and parts of Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. It's an expansionist policy that would require slaughter of innocent people, displacement of innocent people, and the theft of land that doesn't belong to Israel. Now, Lulu should be a little bit interested in the fact that our ambassador to Israel told Tucker Carlson, yeah, Israel should just take it, not a big deal.
But she's
a
not
big
concerned
deal.
about that.
She's not concerned about that. Instead, she's concerned about why Tucker Carlson would even ask that question in the first place. Let's watch.
I'm not going to let you off on this because you have said it 3 times that God gave this land.
Yeah. He's never getting these interviews again. It was so great when he interviewed Ted Cruz and Huckabee. They're never going to give him the time because he fucking destroyed both these guys, man.
To this people. And so it is entirely fair for me with respect to ask, what land are you talking about? Because I just read Genesis 15, as I have many times. And that land, I think it says, from the Nile to the Euphrates, which is, once again, basically the
Guten Tag means good day, good. Okay, I knew it was some sort of greeting, but I couldn't remember. Thank you, Danny.
entire Middle East. So God gave that
Guten
land
Tag.
to his people, the Jews, or he didn't. You're saying he did. What does that mean? Does Israel have the right to that land? Because you're appealing to Genesis. Yeah. You're saying that's the original deed.
It would be fine if they took it all.
Disgusting. It'll be fine. It would be fine if they took it all. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that so you remember just how abhorrent and disgusting Mike Huckabee is. But Lulu has no problem with him. Her problem is with Tucker, right?
How dare This is nice because I've always wanted to like Anna. I mean, we all want to like Anna, you know. She's nice. And I finally can kind of like Anna now. I can actually enjoy Anna. I love this. I love 2026.
You ask him questions. He's representing Israel. Beloved Israel, don't hurt their sensitive
Okay, so let's go to that moment where she asks Tucker about this.
Well, I mean, you did.
What did Cenk say?
He's representing Israel. Beloved Israel, don't hurt their sensitive
Okay, so let's go to that moment where she asks Tucker about this.
Well, I mean, I honestly can't tell if Cenk is really angry or he's just turning it up for the entertainment factor.
You did have exactly this contentious interview with Ambassador Huckabee. He's the ambassador to Israel, where you talk.
John, I agree, John. I don't think this show is the best show for you, John. So if you want to take a break, go watch Disney, go watch other stuff you enjoy, brother. Everybody say, shout out to John. We love you, John. I've always said, John, I don't think this is a good show for you, bro. I don't think your mom would let you watch this show if she knew about it, John. You do what you have to do, buddy. We love you. You do what you got to do.
Talk to him about Christian Zionism
You
for
should
quite
definitely tell your mom you're watching this show. She needs to know, okay?
some time. You
Don't
were
be hiding
pressing
things from your
him
mom,
on
John.
if the modern state of Israel as a homeland for the Jewish people today has legal or biblical legitimacy. I was just wondering what you were trying to get at there.
I was trying to get at an answer, which I couldn't get, and instead was accused of hate for trying to evoke an answer to a very simple question. And the question was, on what basis are you making this claim? People whose ancestors didn't live here now occupy the land. That's very common in history, by the way. I'm not even objecting to it. What I'm objecting to is the claim that it's God's will and that Israel, because of this, has the unique right to exist. Okay. Where does that right come from? Well, the right comes from the Bible. Okay. Well, I'm not a Bible scholar, but I've certainly read it a lot. And I said to him, what are the borders? Because my read of Genesis is that there was a big hunk of land. That's the Middle East. Does Israel have a right? Because you're referring to this text as the basis of the right to have that land. And he said, fine with me. So like on many levels, theological and diplomatic, kind of a big thing to say. The White House was annoyed that he said it out loud. I was grateful that he did, because it's good to know what the terms are.
And honestly, we live in such a perverse world where Tucker Carlson is trying to defend or explain himself for doing what you are supposed to do. And just again, going back to Lulu's take and the way she's handling this, are you not outraged that Mike Huckabee said what he said? Or are you just outraged that Tucker Carlson had the...
No, because you can never be against anything Israel. Whatever Israel wants to do, you have to be for it. And if you're not, you're an anti-Semite. It's that simple, Anna. If Israel wants to conquer the entire world and take your house from you and take your home from you, then that's the way it goes. You can't be against it. Because if you're against it, you might be, dabbling in some anti-Semitism, okay? That's
had
what
the
it feels
courage
like.
to ask the questions necessary to get at the answer, the honest answer that Huckabee gave us.
Anna, she did it again. She's like, how dare you ask questions? What kind of reporter is this?
She was the Israel-Palestine correspondent.
And she just told you, she thinks it's offensive to ask Israel questions. Offensive to ask questions of the topic she's covering. So she's like, oh, poor Mike Huckabee. There he was as the American ambassador trying to get Israel to conquer the entire Middle East, and you come in asking your questions, Tucker Carlson. First of all, Tucker Carlson, by asking those questions, was a better journalist than almost everyone in mainstream media, because they are purposely not asking those questions because they're cowards who are like, oh, I might get fired. I might get fired by the Israeli thug brown shirts. I mean, the people with enormous sensitivities.
And you might get fired.
And you might, Lulu, if you were a real reporter and you actually dared to ask questions of the powerful instead of trying to beat up a guy who's doing your job for you, who's actually asking questions of the powerful. If you didn't go to smear him and character assassinate him, then yes, you might be in some trouble because that would be challenging power. But Lulu, you're not in any trouble, are you? You got a lot of pats on the head. Good job, Lululemon. Way to go, okay? You got him, and you got him to admit that he shouldn't have had Nick Fuentes on. Way to smear him. Oh, the Israelis are very proud of you. Okay, now let's break it down just a little bit more, okay? So remember, in that question, he's asking Mike Huckabee, what should Israel's borders be? According to Christian Zionists, because Christian Zionists are a super important voting bloc that is making a big difference in American foreign policy. Isn't that like, I would argue it's even an elementary question. Obviously, we should know what they think are the proper borders because they keep calling the West Bank Judea and Samaria. So that means we are definitely taking the West Bank. And they are referring to all the places that Anna referred to, and it's in their cabinet. It's not a small faction. It's a majority of their cabinet that refers to Greater Israel. But Lulu thinks, how dare you bow your head to Israel as any good reporter would, because you're offending the beloved people who run this country. So did you notice the incredibly obnoxious thing she
can't even talk, bro. He's so upset.
Said about, oh, you say like Israel has these supernatural powers. No, Lulu, they have the same power as big pharma, big oil defense contractors. The power.
He's right here.
At st.0 Neon super chatted $5. Hey everyone.
What's up, St. Onion? How you doing, buddy? I saw you were playing some. I got a notification from you. You were playing some. Fuck, what's the name of the game? The alien shooter where you're shooting roaches and bugs and shit. I got to jump on that and play it again. It's been too long. But yeah, you know what? Just for shits and giggles. Thank you for the 5, St. Onion. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Let's play the Alex Jones versus Young Turks, which I have to go to Odyssey now because it's not on fucking YouTube anymore because YouTube was hitting this old Alex Jones content. But yeah, let's this is what they sounded like in 2018.
The author of the
they had a chance because this was right up where they were pushing for Alex Jones to be censored off of everything, and they had a chance to stand up for free speech. Did they?
Controversial book, Fire and Fury, and during his rant about Michael Wolff, he randomly mentioned Brian Stelter, and then he proceeded to go on this, in my opinion, incredibly disturbing rant about Brian Stelter.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington today, DC today.
Washington.
All I have today are questions. Maybe you do too. Will President Trump deny
I got
reality
questions
on
when
a daily basis? Will he make up his own false facts and fake stats?
Look at that little smiley punk face. All he's got's a little con man face. Like, can't even do it.
This is prime Alex Jones.
So if I could just dominate the other men on the modern battlefield. Here, let me type like they do. Here you go. Because they're so scared. Oh God, the Midwest men, they've got guns. Oh my God. Just all of it's about they're manly, they dominate us, they're tough, they're cool, they're smart. Because the real men don't want to dominate anybody. We're so dominant we can't even handle all the victory. Meanwhile, being run over by parasites like you. Everything he says is to hurt you and your family. He's the real man. Look at him, he's got his eyes kind of narrowed. Like, he's kind of, I'm a CNN reporter. Whoa, James Bond. No one can stop him. Powerful, manly, strong.
Again, let me remind you, at this time, every fucking show, what was the name of the show they would do? God, it was such a stupid fucking name. But every episode was just like trying to convince social media to ban Alex fucking Jones.
He will teach you.
So there's a reason he's going in so hard on these fuckers.
Okay.
But
Okay, so he's a lunatic. Anyone who now disputes that he's a lunatic, let's just move on.
Do I look worn out, boy? You look worn out. I bet your family are a bunch of soft, cowardly, ugly-looking people. I don't mean that to be mean, but you know what? You want to wear us out? You look like a pile of dishonorable trash. People like you didn't found this country. You can't fight your way out of a wet paper bag, scumbag. It's why you went and found the most evil organization you could and groveled to it. Because weak people grovel at the altar of evil. Well, guess what? I don't. And I see you.
But you're mad about Brian Stelter.
No, this is...
Yeah, because he's calling for him to be censored off of everything, and then not very long after this, he was. And you could have stood up for his First Amendment right. Instead, you went along and you fucking buried the guy and you helped paint him as a fucking boogeyman so people would accept the fucking censorship rather than being pro-First Amendment, which is what you should be as a leftist.
This is insane. Brian Stelter he's not a politician, okay? He has no influence on policy.
Brian Stelter smiling. It is the most disingenuous.
This is classic right here.
It was wolf-like demon face I've ever seen. Oh my God. I mean, that is a horror movie cover. Seriously, he is scarier looking than It the Clown. I mean, would you let your children anywhere near that psychopath? I mean, that is a psychopath right there.
Oh, dude, that picture. I would have, you know, you can pay services to like remove stuff off the internet. If I was Brian Stelter, I would have got this picture fucking yeeted off the internet so fast.
I mean, look at him. God. Oh, I mean, it cries out, danger, danger, alert, alert. I am a scumbag. I am filth. I am your enemy.
So this is some pretty dark stuff.
This is not funny at all.
No, I don't know if he's having a mental breakdown. I don't know if he's on some sort of like some serious drug. I don't know, right? What I do know is there's something deeply wrong with that guy.
I would literally not be able to finish my dinner if somebody walked over and talked to me that looked like these two guys. And I'm sorry, they're not just lying.
I think Cenk is just jealous because he could never reach this level of entertainment value that Alex provides. He tries, he screams, he yells, he gets all excited. He tries to play that angry character that Alex Jones does as well. But you can't do it the way Alex does, dude. No one's better than Alex.
ST.0 Neon super chatted $2. That's a demon.
It's pretty disturbing. It's the way he smiles, but you can tell it's a fake smile. It's not a real smile, which makes you kind of like, you get that kind of like, this could be a psychopath warning, you know, in your brain. Like for people who can pick up on shit like this, it's really creepy when someone's smiling, but you can tell it's just completely fake.
Anti-American scumbags that want to run us all on the ground because they're little men. They're pieces of crap. They think they're better than everybody. That's what it's about. It's a spirit of evil, and we must break them.
It made me super uncomfortable because I feel like there's something wrong, okay?
Oh, they just absolutely love to hurt innocents. They just rub their hands together to break down civilization, to destroy families, to defile everything they can, and to deceive and to mislead, to build their own universe of fraud. This is the compendium of their abomination desolation.
I mean, if you still watch Alex Jones and you think you're getting facts from him, whoa, then there's something really, really wrong with you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hell on earth. He wants to run your life. He wants to control every aspect of your life because he knows he is a cowardly, degenerate sack of anti-human trash. I pledge before my Heavenly Father that I will resist them every way I can. These people are the literal demon spawn of the pit of hell. Look at him. And you know what? He is better than you if you keep letting him run your life. He runs your kids. He runs the schools. He runs the banks. This guy, this spirit, this smiling, leering devil that thinks you can't see what he is your enemy. Period. All the narcissistic, devil-worshipping filth. I see you, enemy. I see you, enemy. Enemy! Enemy! You are my enemy! And I swear total resistance to you with everything I've got. Disingenuous, fake, false, brokeback, twisted, a defiler, a betrayer, a backstabber, a devil!
See, these little breaks. This is what I was talking about last episode. Like, he should have, if you're going to channel Alex Jones, you need to channel the little in-between talking points where he's just kind of like, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, this exactly.
Brokeback, twisted, a defiler, a betrayer, a backstabber, a devil! You will pay. Yeah, you think I don't see your face, scum? You don't think I don't see you, Stelter? I see you. You understand me? I know what you think of me and my family. I see you right back. You understand that? You understand that, Stelter?
We're getting to the where Chain calls him an
Adele
anti-Semite.
67 super chatted $5. Now I can't stop thinking about the Remix Bros, Alex Jones enemy.
Oh, dude. Yeah. This is so much. This is the shit we're missing out on. Like, cause this shit is such meme potential. Like, you can do a million different memes out of this, and we don't get this anymore. We get a little bit of it, but people are afraid to do anything with Alex because you get in trouble. You never know when all YouTube's gonna be like, oh, you're playing content from this guy who's, you know, not supposed to exist anymore. We banned him into the Shadow Realm, and you're trying to bring him back from the Shadow Realm. You're gone too. And plus, Alex is much more calmer now. I think he thinks people use this to paint him as a crazy person and kind of ignore the entertainment value of clearly he's playing it up for entertainment and just like, oh, he's just a crazy person. So like, we need more of this, Alex.
Stelter, you will fall. You will not bring humanity down. God is going to destroy you. Get him off the screen. Oh God, they're so evil. Just please, God, free us from them. They're drunk on our children's blood, for God's sake. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now.
But now the dark turn. Look at these tropes, and I've seen these 1,000 times, and we've seen them in history. So he's a literal, and he said literal demon spawn of the pit of hell. And he said right before that, before my heavenly Father. So I'm a Christian, and what is he, right? And then he talks about he runs your kids, he runs the schools. That's super weird. I don't know what that means, but then he runs the banks.
Yeah. He said the spirit, right? The spirit of Brian Stelter being this. Everybody knows it. The guy who's just a piece of shit that they run things and they don't really care about people, and they're just ladder climbing and like. And they'll stab anybody in the back to move up. That spirit.
Why would Brian Stelter, who's a journalist, run the banks? Who runs the banks according to?
See, this is why I wanted to play this, because Cenk is now calling Israel Nazi Germany, and his whole thing is being anti-Israel. Meanwhile, back when Alex Jones was getting fucking nuked off everything, they came out and called Alex Jones an anti-Semite. Kind of convenient. You should apologize for this.
Extreme right-wing.
You should apologize for not doing the right thing and standing up for his First Amendment right and fucking helping to push along the censorship of him.
Ideology. The Jews.
Wow, Brian Stelter looks like the former Subway guy. Just saying. And why do they all have that same fake, crazy-looking smile? Him, Wolf, all of them.
Because they're psychopaths.
So how did the young turds leader, Cenk Uygur, the young Turks Islamicist, I mean, it's a fact the young Turks were like the Hitler Youth of Turkey that rounded up and killed the Christians. And then he plays dumb about the name of it. And then he says it's anti-Semitic. Brian Stelter isn't even Jewish. And I don't even know about the Subway guy or the other guy. I'm not the one that's anti-Israel. Like
Brian Stelter isn't even Jewish. But yet he couldn't stop from using the opportunity to call him an anti-Semite so he can win points with the left. You know, you could have won points with fucking humanity by standing up for freedom of speech, Cenk. But you failed.
Cenk Uygur, or Uygur, or Sinker, Jinker, Mooger, Booger, whatever his name is, they don't understand satire when I go, Stelter is literally the face of evil. He runs your life, he runs your culture, he wants to control you. I'm saying the media. Stelter is the archetype. You know, he looks like the Subway guy.
At ST.0 Neon super chatted $5. Brazilians.
The poor Brazilians, bro. They think we're talking about them. Yeah. Is that the
and I just
word?
said, why does the Subway guy look so evil? Why does Stelter look so evil? Why does Michael Wolff look so evil? Okay? And then they turn this into this whole thing to deceive their viewers to not know what having some fun is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I believe Stelter's evil. Yes, I said culturally they're bleeding us dry, so they're drunk on the blood of
I should have lowered the music in this mix, but
our children's future. And they go, oh, you're being an actor. No, I have fun. When I'm being 100% clear, I'm 100% clear. When I let myself off the chain, I'm having fun saying that photo of him with that crazy looking smile, not knowing how creepy it looks. And Stelter even tweeted and said, thanks for using a nice photo of me. Nice photo? That could be the cover of American Psycho 2. I mean, it's creepy, and it really triggers me.
I don't know. I just like the way he says that. Odyssey, yeah. Good job, Odyssey.
Stelter even tweeted and said, thanks for using I'm having fun. Being an actor, that could be the cover of American Psycho 2. I mean, it's creepy, and it really triggers me. But these folks can't even tell the difference. So if I'm crazy and Trump's crazy, thank God we built our own operations. We didn't get money from Qatar or from Gulf state dictatorships, bro. Self-made. So remember that. And, you know, Al Gore gave you money. So, you know, in between writing stuff about how women are genetically inferior, I understand. Durka Durka Muhammad Jihad.
But more important than him sounding like a complete maniac is what he's becoming a maniac about. And he says, you're the enemy. You're devil-worshipping filth. Right. These are the most common stereotypes there is. Now, I looked it up because I don't know. I don't think about those things, right? And it turns out Brian Stelter is not Jewish. She was born.
Okay, so then why are you saying this stupid shit, you fucking retard? So you're gonna make this whole argument about Alex Jones as being anti-Semitic, and it turns out the guy is not even Jewish, but you're still making the argument like a fucking retard.
Raised.
Bro, you need to come out and apologize for this shit, because you guys are at least on the right track with the war, being against the war, but you got a fucking history of being completely fucking despicable. And apologies should be given.
Methodist. He married someone who's Jewish, but does Alex Jones know that?
No.
Okay, my guess is he thought those guys, right?
Oh, so Alex Jones thought he was Jewish. Because everybody knows Stelter is a Jewish last name, right?
Sinker the Turd or whatever his name is, he's a fraud. The real baloney artist, Cenk Uygur, Bluebird, whatever, I can't pronounce his name, of the young turdlets. They're the ones bringing Jews into this. And again, it's the left that doesn't even want Israel to exist. So again, that's all they've got. You're a Nazi. You're this. You're that.
I still think the intro to this is one of the hardest intros I've ever made.
Come on over here. Come on over here. No, you flipped me off. Come on, coward. No. Come on. You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
I don't know. Somehow Alex Jones running full speed. Somebody mentioned, in part 2. Of course, you can't find part 2. Why wouldn't you put part 2 up here? Let's see. Can't even put part 2 up here, huh? Right next to it, even though it's got the same name. Algorithm can't figure that out, Odyssey. Yeah, in part 2, I do cover the spitting incident with Jimmy Dore. Everybody remembers that, though. We don't got to get back into that. But thank you, guys. It's been a fun show. Thank you for the support. You guys are awesome. I hope you enjoyed the show. I did what I could today. We need more news. We need more fun things to be happening, so I have more things to talk about because it gets a little difficult sometimes. Tell Anna I said, hey, I can fix her. We can all fix her, Saint Onion. We can all fix Anna. Don't worry. You're not the only one. But thank you, guys. It's been fun. Links are in the description if you do want to support the show. Become a member. Join the Discord. Come hang out with us on Discord. It's free. You don't have to be a member for the Discord. It's open to anybody. And you can join my second channel, Pink Trip 2, and become a member. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the notifications. By the way, they're changing the notifications. I had a video. Maybe I'll save that for the next one. They're going further with this bullshit to where they're going to decide whether you get a notification. Even if you turn notifications on, you're not going to get them.
Chatted $2. Song time.
Song time, yes, sir. So yeah, everybody knows notifications have been broken, but now they're doubling down and saying, well, we're gonna make notifications so that it only goes out to your most diehard fans because there's too many people that have notifications turned on and then they don't click on the notifications, so it's a waste of time. So we're going to decide who the biggest fans are, and those are the only people that are going to get notifications. And if you don't click on a notification for after 2 weeks, then you won't get any more notifications. It's why are you taking away the choice from the fucking user? The user decided they wanted notifications, and whether they fucking click on it or not, it's if I decide I want to subscribe to a magazine, just because I don't read it right away, once it arrives in my mailbox, you're going to stop sending me the magazine? It's so fucking dumb. And something needs to be done about this shit. They got to stop allowing fucking platforms to have their cake and eat it too. Their platforms, stop allowing them to behave like publishers. This is a new world. We have a new technology. We have a new social media landscape, a new fucking town square. And my God, I thought Trump was going to do something about this, but he's doing nothing because he's a fucking idiot. Much love, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next one, whenever that is. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully there's some news, man, to make putting together a show easy tomorrow. Much love, everybody. See you next time.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.